Hello, bandits. I must adjust the sound. The sound that will be great in a moment.
Very good.
There we go.
Did you know that Elon Musk is planning to buy an asteroid that's worth 700 quintillion?
Wait a sec. He's gonna buy the asteroid?
Yeah, you can actually buy asteroids. Rich people are buying asteroids
What?
now.
But how
What?
could you own that already? It doesn't make any sense. That's insane. Commander Cosmo, you're the voice of doom.
Yeah, I know.
Be kind of nice to have an asteroid, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Could you like attach an asteroid base to it and just float around?
Yeah, well, what would be the point of it?
Of having an asteroid? Well, 'cause
It's worth 700 quintillion.
to him, who else
No.
is gonna buy it?
No, he can sell it. There's enough gold on it that it's worth 700 quintillion.
You gotta
Yeah,
get
yeah.
that gold, though.
He'd send robots to get it.
That's what I think you should do. I'm with him. I definitely think robots are the way to go.
Also, I have a question. Why do you have to buy it? Like, who owns it?
Yeah, I don't understand
Can
who
you
you're buying
buy
it
an
from. Yeah, like what is that? How does that? I don't even know how that works.
You buy the property of it.
Like you're.
There's a lot of legal stuff that you have to do. I don't know that stuff. I'm too young to be that civilized.
Hey, we got Lord Chunky as well. We got everybody. I guess I should get off the.
Lord Chunky.
I should get off the old Stargate squirrel cam and go to me. Isn't
like,
that
seriously,
better?
Like, you can't. Does that mean like you could buy the moon, but like the government owns it or something? What's that supposed to mean? Like,
Yeah,
It's owned by
it's
no
like-
one.
It's probably like some NASA thing or whatever.
But I don't even understand how that works, though. How could you buy an asteroid?
like, why can't you just go and grab it? Like,
I'm not a billionaire. Stop bombarding me.
You brought it up.
Oh,
This is all your fault.
I think you could probably get one named
might
after you,
own,
but you
he
can't
might-
buy one.
he's saying he might own the mining rights. That makes more
Oh,
sense.
mining rights,
So
yes.
Spinnerbreaker says you cannot own land or the moon or Mars or whatever. Can everyone hear the bandits, by the way, as well as me?
Hello,
Just gonna-
hello.
I'm double checking on the stream chat here. My fabulous stream chat. You cannot own land. Yeah, everyone can hear. Okay, great, fantastic. So I guess I should say hi to everyone, shouldn't I? Hello, everybody. Welcome, both bandits and stream chatters amongst you. So, Cosmo, you talking asteroids because of that email I sent, or is it completely random?
Completely random. What did you send me?
Seriously? In
Oh.
the email, I literally sent you a thing about asteroid mining.
Did we actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We're like psychically
You know what?
linked.
Not read. Does no one read the show
Smart gaming nerds think alike.
Exactly. That's it. Let me grab my coffee and see if I got enough cable to do this. How are you, Lord Chunky?
Oh look, Cal subscribed at
Had-
tier 1.
Decent amount of homework recently, so I haven't been doing
What is
the calls
with,
as much.
Yeah, what is with the homework? Because Baz is getting more homework too. I mean, Iron Ham. Cal, what are you doing subscribing for it? Can't we at least provide Cal with a subscription? Wait a second, Cal is subscribing and doing the man, I'm the worst person ever. Hello, Antonia. So wait a second, so you've got more homework, Lord Chunky. Is that everyone's finding? Is everyone finding that they've got more homework now because of this sort of COVID stay-at-home thing?
I feel like partially I'm just a grade older. I probably get more, but
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Oh.
Lord Chunky, don't you go to the same school as me, and I'm not
Yeah.
getting like any homework.
Is
yes.
it? Wait a second. This
It's
is
for
check
the
on.
band.
I think we need to check on something right now. Is Cal allowed to call me a lazy bum?
Yep.
Oh, okay, just checking.
Thank you, Cal.
So hello to everyone. I should say this is TechBandits today. So there'll be lots of talks about science and asteroids and deep sea like observation things. Lots of science, technology, engineering, arts, and math stuff. Not a lot of time to talk Stargate or whatever on the stream. I do that on Tuesdays, so see you tomorrow for that. And I apologize if I can't get to the chat as much as I'd like. I will do what I can to get in there, and you know, Google Noodles is pretty good at getting in there too when she sees stuff. So, oh right, perfect, exactly like Ruby K's.
What are you talking about?
Thank you, Ruby K. Thank you, Cal, and thank you everybody for being here.
Bartley actually read the notes. Yeah, like no, it feels like no one seems to.
No
read
one
the
reads the
notes.
notes. Who reads the notes? It's like people reading the instructions. Oh my gosh, you want to see
I read
instructions?
the note.
Check this out.
the notes.
Can I change
I
this?
even watched most of the videos too. I had that much time.
Well, you're perfect in every way, but not everyone can be as perfect as I am. That's basically it. All right, so check this out. If I can do this, I think I can.
Okay, what are we gonna start with? Are we gonna start with asteroid mining?
No, first I'm gonna show you what I was doing this afternoon. First, I'm gonna squirrel because that's the most important thing to do, right?
Alrighty.
See your new 3D printer in the background. Is that what you're doing?
That's exactly it. Check this out,
Ooh.
kitties.
3D printing? What?
This is the new. That's my awe sounding music. Do you like this little spinny thing?
Oh yeah.
So this is a giant metal plate on what I would call a lazy Susan. But it's been amazing because it's totally flat. And when you're building a 3D printer, you want to make sure that everything is flat. Otherwise, it doesn't print properly. So I've started.
I thought
building
you were
this
just gonna
finally.
spin it. I thought you were just gonna spin it while you were printing, so you know,
So
to
it
give
looks
a
cool. Actually, maybe I'll do that too. It's possible. And the
to
other
make
thing
it
is, check this out.
100% accurate. You know.
You have to see the instructions. So the instructions, if I can do this here. The instructions are very specific about certain things, like gummy bears. If you can see that, that is a collection of gummy bears in the instructions.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
I can't read it. Read it
Wow.
out to.
Okay.
Basically, it says that you've got to divide the gummy bears into sections and then eat them depending on what you've done. Well, check it out. I literally did exactly what they told me to do.
Wow.
Those are even. I ran out of the right colors, but basically that's the same. That's my interpretation of those colors as I do it, and I get to eat gummy bears the whole time. Man, this COVID thing sucks.
Good.
You guys would be eating gummy bears with me while we built this thing. Anyway, so let's go back to this again.
I just had an Oreo, so
Oh, I do quite like Oreos. It's true. But isn't that funny? So with the 3D printer, with the instructions and the whole kit, you get a bag of gummy bears that you then use, which I just think is kind of cool. So there you go. So that was my little squirrel for the day. Now we can go back. Yeah, the Lazy Susan thing is basically, if you could see this behind me, if I go like this, can you see it? No, not really. If I go the other way, you'll see it. That is this chair from the set of Stargate Universe. And
oh, cool.
the bottom of it had this huge metal heavy plate and a rotating disc on it, which doesn't work because it gets caught on the floor. So I've taken it off, and I thought even better, use it for spinning 3D printers. There you go. Oh, and one more piece of news to tell you before I wrap up, and Giraffe will enjoy this one. You're now a giraffe. You're not even giraffe, you're a giraffe.
Oh yeah.
So Giraffe, I got us an educational version, which is exactly the same as the regular version, except I pay less for it, of Adobe Creative Cloud. So if anyone
How
wants
did
to
you manage
try
that?
doing editing or Photoshop or like designing some logo stuff or any of that kind of stuff, you could do that. And I'll send an email this evening because I signed up for it yesterday. So you should be able, I think we could share this one. And if there's too many people and everyone's fighting over it all the time, I'll buy some other ones. I'm trying to save some money. So I'm trying to, because it's like $20 US a month or something, which is really good deal.
David.
Yeah.
First of all, the fact that your shirt says burnt taco, is that what it says?
No, bent taco.
Bent taco.
Bent taco.
Okay.
It's like apparently, I'm ashamed to say, I think I may have been wearing this yesterday. I did my yoga and I didn't have time to shower or change or anything. So I'm wearing my shorts and my yoga shirt, basically. And it's not a great yoga shirt because while it's a comfortable shirt, whenever you do yoga, it falls over your face and then you trip over and fall. That and there's also a drop involved. That explains the smell. Thank you.
How did you manage to get an education edition thing?
Well, and this is what I'm here to teach you today. I lied.
What?
I figured because we were doing this for educational purposes and it wasn't for me, I thought it was okay. Because I basically said I was at school taking a business course and that's why I get the educational thing. But they didn't check it. So I thought, well, okay, great. So that's what I did. So I'm probably going to jail now because I just mentioned it online. But just before you throw me in the handcuffs and throw me in jail, I felt like because we were using this for education and there's no way around it for Adobe, I thought, okay, fine. And worst comes to worst, if I get in trouble, I'll sign up for a business course. How's that?
Okay, that works.
All right.
Okay.
So there you go. That was my idea. But I thought that way we've got access to really, like, this is like industry standard editing. Although I got to say, I'm really looking forward to playing with the DaVinci Resolve as well, because that is also industry level as well. But it's got After Effects, it's got Photoshop is like the standard for doing any kind of, photo manipulation and that kind of stuff. So if you want to make, funny memes of whatever, then you could do it with Photoshop. So I'll send an email, which no one will read, with all the details, and you could log in and try it out. Oh, I get DK. Thank you.
My dad once made a picture of my granddad with Bob Ross.
Oh, he wants to. Well, there you go. That's what Photoshop's perfect for then. Oh my God, it's really Meredith. Yeah, it really is Meredith wearing a hat and with a really cheesy mustache. Okay, so Cracker Dan, thank you very much. All these subscriptions, this is fantastic. Maybe I can afford to get you all. Eventually, I'll be able to afford to get all of you like separate accounts. But the hope is that with these accounts, everyone can install the software on their computers, but only 2 people can use them at the same time, right? So each one account can technically be used by 2 computers at the same time, if that makes sense. So I figure we'll see. If you're constantly clashing and it constantly says, oh my God, you're on someone else's computer, then we'll change it. And eventually, when we're making tons of money, then I'll buy a big business account, and then Adobe will love us. But in the meantime, right now I'm paying for my own account, which is a full cost one, and I'm paying for this educational one, which you guys could use, and then I'll get some other ones as we need to. Anyways, all right. So that's it. I think we've covered that stuff. So I guess the question is, okay, so I'm curious so Cosmo, you literally out of the blue decided to talk about asteroids.
Yes.
And why? Did you see like an article about it or something?
I watched a YouTube video.
And it was a YouTube video about Elon Musk buying an asteroid.
Yep, a $700 quintillion asteroid.
Okay, Google Noodles. I think,
Yep.
Noodle Googles. I think you need to check
Got
that out.
it.
You want to check it? Because that's...
Yeah.
First thing is, Elon Musk does not have $7 quintillion.
Elon.
How much does he have? He's got to have a few billion, right? Why
He
doesn't
has like close to 60 billion now.
What?
He's definitely up there with the richest people.
Why
why
can't
didn't-
I have that money? That's not fair.
Because we haven't worked hard and come out and invented anything yet. We will, though, eventually. That's the whole point of these things. We'll figure out something amazing, like maybe we'll start working on asteroids or something. You can build your own satellites, right? Did you know that?
I'm gonna
Can
build a
actually?
satellite, and I'm gonna send a giraffe to space.
Exactly. The
Yeah,
giraffe satellite.
Elon Musk is now worth
Exactly.
$93.7 billion US dollars.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
First giraffe to go to the moon.
That's it.
Yes.
I mean, we all have to have goals, and I think getting a giraffe on the moon would be... Could you imagine a giraffe on the moon? How would that even work with gravity? Wouldn't his head, he'd keep falling over, wouldn't he? Or would it, I don't even know how that would work. Someone needs to do the math on what a giraffe would be like on the moon. Because they have really long legs, knobbly knees, and they got the really tall neck. Yeah, how would that even work?
I'm
We'll
not
never
sure.
know.
Oh, maybe the giraffe would finally get a break from lower gravity.
That's true. They just curls up his legs and floats around gently.
It's a flying giraffe.
Well, to be fair, he would have had to flown to get to the moon in the first place, right? So he
Quick
already.
question.
True.
Oh yeah, but imagine that. Oh my God, imagine the G-force. It would probably snap his neck as they left the Earth's orbit, wouldn't it?
I have a question.
Oh, sorry. Is it a serious question?
Yes, that's probably better than it snap its neck.
What did I miss? And also, is it Snopes?
Hopefully the
Snopes.com.
rocket ship doesn't. Hopefully the rocket ship doesn't go Apollo 13 mode.
What happened to Apollo 13?
It exploded.
Oh no, you don't want exploding giraffes. There's nothing worse than exploding giraffes.
Oh.
Was that the
And
man
their
one?
giant leg bones would kill you.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Because one of the biggest, have you seen astronauts coming back from the space station? If they've been there for a year, they can't walk when they come to Earth, right? Because their bones are all brittle and they're not used to having to stand on. Their muscles waste away. So you literally come back and you're it looks like you're drunk. They're walking around falling over. So imagine a giraffe would just crumple
Yeah.
it'd be bizarre actually. Yeah.
Its neck would just fall over.
Well, that's it. Like it would have to support. I don't even. Well, yeah, because of course, imagine. So if a giraffe's up on the station, well, first off, if there's a giraffe in the space station, I would hate to have to do cleanup on that. Like because it would all just float by, right? So you'd have to put like diapers on him or something. But also, if he was up there for a year and then came back to Earth, it would probably just fall over. Like I can't imagine it would be able to walk.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true, but for now I think it's just rumor. I don't know if it's a rumor or not because Snopes doesn't actually have anything on it for Elon Musk buying an asteroid. But honestly, if he did, I'm not too surprised.
I just don't know who you're buying it from. You know what I mean? Like, how do you?
Can't own an asteroid.
That's what I mean. Like, I thought it was
You
something
can't buy an asteroid
like you can't
because
own an
you have to
ocean.
buy it from someone.
Well, maybe he's in touch with some kind of aliens that we aren't aware of yet.
Ah, that would make sense.
Hey, human, you want to buy an asteroid? He's gonna get ripped off though. All right. So the reason why I'm in shock and awe that Commander Cosmo was talking about asteroids is because literally the first thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that we're about to do this touch and go sample grab off an asteroid. Like it's literally tomorrow evening. They're doing this. They've got this. It's called the Osiris Rex, and it's literally gonna like fly by this asteroid and like scoop up a bunch of stuff just to see what it's made of, right? Because they want to find. Because there's no point in going and mining and then going like, oh great, it's all just rock. Way to go, Elon! You just bought yourself a giant chunk of rock, floating rock. But I just thought, I don't know. There's something, I don't know why I find it almost cooler than planets. Because the asteroids are like whipping along. The idea that these things can somehow figure out how to get so close to an asteroid without like.
What do you find cooler than planets?
Well, I mean, like landing on a planet, it just seems like, well, you're landing on a planet. Like I feel like, I admit it's difficult.
What? What do you mean what? You're just landing on a planet.
Well, you're not
It's
landing on a
casual landing on Mars.
like a fast moving.
Yeah, just like it's just another day of landing on the moon.
Oh yeah, actually,
moon isn't a
in a
planet,
week I'm
though.
going to Mars.
Yeah, it's
Is that
like
your plan?
Yeah.
How are you doing there? Virtually? The virtual reality thing, or what are you doing?
And then, yeah.
I'm gonna go to. We're doing an across galaxy trip next year. You know.
Oh, nice.
Can I come?
Bring your
We're
giraffe.
gonna go see alternate dimensions and go see different solar systems only like 16 quintillion light years away.
Well,
You know.
apparently
I'm gonna go rip the fabric of the universe.
Well, okay. Speaking of that, you know that that giant collider, that giant whatever I can't remember what it's called, the big CERN
Particle collider, the big circle thing.
Yeah, they're testing theories right now that would involve like exactly that, like wormholes and I mean they're literally at the point where they're testing the particles to see if they actually exist. Now, I don't think you could actually travel through them, but they're literally trying to test that right now. So who knows? Tomorrow there could be some kind of a weird blip, and well done. They've created like a black hole or something, right? Science.
Yay! Instant
Dangerous
death.
science.
Yay!
That of
Yay,
course.
death.
It's like just
Yay,
another
death.
day in the office. It's like, don't you hate it when you're fiddling with whatever you just said?
You're playing with physics, and the next thing you know.
Oh, there's a black hole, and Jared got sucked in. Well,
Rest in peace, Jared.
we have I just imagine people like me. We have the product for you.
You guys are the
Yes.
sickest humor. You guys are the
Easy.
I should just call you the Twisted Bandits, not the Tech Bandits. You really are the tech terrors, sucking people into black holes at work.
Question is, what? I'm still really curious. What happens in a black hole? Like, if someone got sucked into a black
Everything
hole.
just gets crushed.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, but what's in there? Like, what? Is it just it's just a hole,
It's
right?
nothingness.
Nah, it shows the GTA 5 death screen.
Is that what you're thinking? You're thinking GTA? I mean, that's
Yeah,
literally.
GTA 5.
We're trying to figure it out,
totally.
right? It's just massive amounts of gravity. Like gravity that's so like you would be like as you go towards the black hole, you would be like what they call spaghettified. Like
No, but my question isn't necessarily just what would happen, but like, where does it go? Like,
It's
is
the
it just-
mouth of the devil. When you go in, it eats you.
Well, Spinnerbreaker says it depends on the black hole. Like different sized black holes have different cores, apparently.
Are they round?
Good question. First time on the channel. Found out about it from Dial the Gate. Oh, fantastic. Oh, sorry, Cracker Dan. Tech Bandits are my science, technology, engineering, arts, and math club. We also do some gaming stuff. And we talk about black holes and how to kill giraffes in space. You know, it's a little
And
random.
evil dolphins and Mark the hammerhead sickle zombie shark.
That's right. That Russian, was it the Russian zombie shark? Was the other one we're working on? Yeah.
The Soviet zombie shark.
What is that?
Oh, that was, you missed that one. That was a fun one.
Oh, you missed that. That was a whole tangent.
That was
Honestly,
it, yeah.
if you really, you're gonna, if you could find the saved stream on
Oh yeah,
channel.
better go to the YouTube channel, look it up, and then you'll understand just how unfunny it was, even like the first time around.
Are you trying to advertise your channel?
Yeah, that's it. Subscribe, hit that like button, and don't forget.
Hey, what is your YouTube?
Oh, wait a second.
channel,
I'm not a YouTube channel. I'm a Twitch channel. Right? What am I saying? I mean, then.
Yeah, well, I was like, wait, what?
No, I'm absolutely, yes, completely advertising. That's it. I'm using child advertising.
It actually was. Now that I think,
Fun.
I think it was. Oh yeah, and the zombie dolphin minions.
Oh, that's right. We had a whole bunch of. We should come up with like a list of like Tech Bandit memes and then descriptions of what they mean, so that when people join, they know what we're talking about. Because Lord Chunky's already given up. He doesn't know what that. Oh no, Lord Chunky, you were there for Mark the Shark, weren't you?
Yes, I think so.
I think he was. For that,
Honestly, it's easier to watch the 2-hour stream. It will make more sense than
it is for us trying to describe it.
Mark the Shark, was it just like
It was like this zombie
something
shark
game?
it was
Mark
it started
zombie
from
shark.
making a game in Roblox.
Narc zombie shark.
Oh, it was we're trying to do. That's right. We're coming up with a Roblox game that was like
Narc zombie shark.
Narc the zombie shark. Yeah, that's right. It's the one that works for the police. All right, asteroid mining. Personally, I would invest in this. What do you think? Would you put money into asteroid mining now?
Now?
Yeah.
I think it's too early now. I think yes, there will definitely be asteroid in the future.
Unless they're gonna take
But
my
now,
$5 I can scrounge out of the back of my backpack, I don't really think.
Yeah, but if you invested $5 in asteroid mining now,
you would come back with 500.
well, I'm thinking like you could make a lot of money, right? Because you'd be like, but I just don't know how long it's going to take.
But who could you invest
I'm gonna
in
be like
that's
65.
starting asteroid mining now?
I don't know.
The problem
You know,
is
I
I'm
should
gonna be
ask
like 65 with.
I feel like investing in SpaceX is kind of like that because I feel like SpaceX would try to do asteroid mining,
Well, they're trying to do,
or at least be a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, who owns all of the satellite internet and stuff that Elon Musk is doing? I mean, he's got to have some satellite stuff going on as well, right? Is that SpaceX?
Yeah, I'm not sure. SpaceX launches the satellites. I think it might be SpaceX's internet, or at least Elon Musk's internet thing.
So most people seem to think that we wouldn't. Most people think that we wouldn't be alive when they start mining. Even the bandits.
No.
I mean, I know I won't be alive, but will the bandits be alive? Maybe.
I think I would be
Most
alive
likely.
when they start
I'm
asteroid
hoping.
mining.
I'm
I
hoping
think-
to live.
Like 30 years from now, I feel like it's possible.
Well, and especially if it stops us from like, I don't know. This is I added a new little bit which you may not have seen, Google Noodles, but I found this, like, one of the things that they said in that video. There's a great video that we've got here. I should share the link with everybody so they can see what the hell's going on. What the hell's he talking about? Except they wouldn't say hell because some people find that a bad word. All right, so what am I doing? Copy, paste. Whoa, what the hell's that? That's our doorbell. I'm leaving.
Said hell again.
Did I say hell again? Shiitake mushrooms. All right.
Wait, I have the wrong thing open. Wait, show notes.
Starlink. That was it, Dan Watt. That's it. Starlink. So yeah, Elon Musk has this thing called Starlink, which is basically a series of satellites that are gonna be in geosynchronous orbit, I believe, around the planet. And it will allow high speed, like super high speed internet, low latency, like gaming quality internet anywhere in the world, which means I can move to a field in rural Washington and and it doesn't matter because I'll still have great internet.
Why don't you just move to like Antarctica, honestly, if you're gonna do that? By the point you can actually build a house there, you can just by that point you can have like people teleporting to you. So
Dave, look in the chat.
Which chat? What am I looking in?
Squishing everything.
Screen chat.
Oh no, are you squishing me again? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's a small flat gecko. This is why we took your gecko, Giraffe. Because you couldn't be trusted before. Otherwise, it would have been a small.
I would have
It'd be
squished
a
it.
very thin. He's a very fat gecko now. I got to say, Casper is a seriously fat. Oh, thank you, Malve. Is a seriously fat gecko at this point. Rural Washington is probably burnt trees. It's true, Watcher. We used to live in Point Roberts. That's why I was looking at places in Point Roberts the other day, just out of sort of out of feeling a little melancholy and places I used to live, reminiscing.
I used to live in Canada. Mm-hmm.
And now I live in Canada.
In Canada.
All right, asteroid mining.
I used to live in, sorry.
Well, the reason why I thought it was interesting was because did you see any of the other videos about like the kids in the Democratic Republic of Congo who are like pulling this cobalt out for the phones and things? Like, it's insane the conditions that people are working in, and they're getting all of these materials that we need for like phones. So the companies that are buying them, let's have a look here. So the companies that are buying this this is, I believe, Amnesty International. Yes, Amnesty International are the ones who've tracked this down. But they're saying, okay, so this cobalt that's mined by like children and people under these horrible conditions, and cobalt dust can also be incredibly bad for you as well. So they're being sold to or bought by Apple, Samsung, Mercedes, VW, Apple, Dell, HP, Huawei, Lenovo, Microsoft, Samsung again. Is that Samsung again? Vodafone. Yeah. Isn't that insane? So all these big companies, so when we buy an iPhone, my iPhone has cobalt in it that quite possibly involved like small children dying or living in terrible conditions.
Didn't you say something about Apple doing something, or no?
Well, they were all asked to quote about it, and they all basically denied that there was they all denied that they were using it. They said they didn't think they were using it, or they said, "Oh, we'll look into it, but we don't think we're using it." So, I mean, as always with a lot of companies and people, unless they get caught out on this stuff, they're not going to respond to it, right?
I just want to. I was going to say something.
Google Noodle's already given up. That's it. No iPhones.
No, my brain's not working. Remember, it's after school.
It's after school. That's right. Your brain shuts down after school. That's a good point.
That's weird. The thing is, my brain doesn't work, and I don't know sentences. Just once. Right. I have to think of what I was going to say.
Words are hard.
Continue.
All right, we'll continue. When you think of it, let me know. So, I kind of like the idea. First off, asteroid mining sounds a lot cooler. And also, it doesn't involve...
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Children being hurt. Yes, carry on.
Why can't they just use robots?
Well, I think we talked about this before, right? They should use robots. But the robots are going to be built with the same materials that we need now, too, right? And wait a second, if they have robots, then what do the kids and the families do instead of mining for a living?
They actually get to develop their country and do stuff.
But they wouldn't be earning the money. The robots would be earning the money.
The robots wouldn't be earning the money, but maybe they would own the robots.
How would they own? So we should lend them money for the robots to do the mining for them?
Or
like how do they get the money? Because right now they're living in like these very sort of poor conditions. So they wouldn't have the money for robots.
Well, in what Dominican Republic of Congo?
The Democratic Republic of Congo, yes.
Okay, pretty close. Well, the thing is, with like what is their status? Like they have those mines, right? But do they have like universities? Do they have?
I'm sure they do, but it's one of the poorest countries in the world, even though it has all these incredibly valuable. There's a great story that one of the guys talks about where it's like a legend. They say like God on the first day he said, "Okay, I'm gonna give Canada trees, beautiful trees," and then on like Tuesday he's like, "Okay, Africa, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you like gold along the south, in South Africa." And then when they got to Congo, he said, "You know what? I'm really tired, and I'm just going to dump everything else that's left in Congo." So the idea being that like every possible other thing, gold, diamonds, rare metal earths, all these things are now becoming valuable to us. Like, for example, cobalt So 65% of the entire global amount of cobalt that is used in like I believe it's our batteries or our cell phones or both, I don't know, exists in Congo. And yet they're all like, they're starving, right?
Well, then you got to change that. You have to find a better system there.
So what do you think? But what's a better system though? How would you go about fixing that?
The thing is, I don't know logistics per se, but I mean, make it so the people of Congo are actually making money from their resources.
So, well, could we do that by saying like, okay, so instead of buying an iPhone, we say, okay, tell you what, I'll pay a little extra for the iPhone if you give some of that money that you make, some of the profits go to the people who are actually mining the stuff. What about that?
That could work. I'm saying more of if the Republic, like, instead of having these companies like from other countries, I presume, having these mines and working these people and then selling, and the other companies selling it to other people to make a battery, for example. Instead of that, have it so like the Congos, would it be DRC?
Yes.
So having the DRC actually be like actually own the land they're mining on, like if they keep mining.
Well, what's been happening now is you've got sort of armed groups and military that will say like that will basically walk in and say, okay, this mine is ours. If you argue, they kill you. So there's
Quick question.
Yeah.
Has anyone here played the new Call of Duty beta?
No.
Nope.
New Call of Duty beta. Have you played it, Baz? What the heck is that?
I can't.
I'm streaming, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you have a giant pink raincoat on?
What the hell is that?
It's a big box for you. It's a totally not opened box.
That's the giant comfy.
No,
Oh my god, he's going as Last of Us. Not Last of Us. What's it called?
And Among Us.
Among Us?
He's going as Among Us. What do you think?
Well, is that a rain jacket?
It's not a rain jacket, so it's going to get very soggy. We're not allowed to do trick or treating this year, anyways, are we? Oh,
is it a giant hoodie?
He just broke the 3D printer. That's it.
Is that like a giant hoodie or something?
Yeah. So the idea is it's going to look sort of like a space. You're so comfy though. Oh, it's so comfy. Oh man, I want one of these. So it's a giant comfy, but if he puts the goggles on, and a knapsack, he thinks it's going to look like.
No, you think it's gonna look
About Us. No, you think it. No, you think you bought it.
Among Us.
What is it called?
I think
Among
you
Us.
just want
About us.
All about us. All about us.
David, ever consider the fact that he bought it because he wanted it?
He might have bought it before he wanted because he
I also
wanted it.
need
Yeah.
to run over
What's
a
up?
plan with you.
Uh-oh,
Isn't
we
it
got a
called
plan.
an hoodie or something?
Okay, is this a plan that you can share with the rest of the
Yeah,
world? Okay, what do you got?
Okay.
What's the plan?
So remember the homework
Us.
that we wrote down to do each day?
Yeah.
You know how only for Monday the only homework was read like 10 to 20 pages?
Yes.
Well, at school I read 15.
So you've got 5 pages to read,
No, I don't, because I was supposed to read 10 pages today.
but you're going to read another 10.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, because you're going to read 20 pages every day.
No,
So it's 20 pages.
That's not a thing.
But then you also have to work on your French.
No.
Let's have this
because remember,
discussion later.
On Monday, well then I can't. Then fine.
No, but I can't scream and swear at you if I'm online, right? It's no fun for me.
But Harry, I'll show you. Where's the notebook?
Do the next 10 pages. You need to finish that science thing with the picture
I've
of.
already done the science thing.
Did you do the image? Did you get the actual image?
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, isn't this exciting? This is like Baz being chewed out by his dad. Just make sure you've got all of your homework covered before you game.
I
Okay?
promise I have.
Do you?
I came down and I was gonna make the bet that I'll take away my weekend of gaming if I haven't done all my homework for today.
Are you just home right now?
Yeah.
All right. Well, so go veg until the end of this, or listen to this, and then we'll. I'll talk to you after that.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Because I don't know.
You can. Why don't
I've
you?
done all my homework for school.
Why don't you
already.
dual screen while you do this?
Dual screen?
Dual screen. So hop on the stream so you can participate and you can
I'll
dual
just
screen.
figure it
All right.
out.
Like it's like do a Commander Cosmo. And have you tried the new Call of Duty? What is it called?
No. I don't want to waste all the space on my computer.
Oh, he doesn't have space on his computer, so he hasn't been installing anything new stuff.
But I don't want to download a whole beta.
I think it's
That
very.
would be dumb.
You don't want a whole bit. Don't you have Call of Duty already?
I do, but that's why I don't think that beta would be a good idea until the actual game comes out.
In other words, it's not a priority for him, I guess. Commander Cosmo, is that a priority for you? You're going for that one?
Yeah, I just picked it up. I didn't really have anything else to do.
So you're trying that one out. You got to start doing reviews for us so we know what ones we should play and what ones we shouldn't. Make a good deal like a Ferengi. All right. Yes, Baz definitely has ulterior motives. You notice he asked me about homework while we're streaming? Do you notice that?
Wow.
Very clever.
Very smart.
Yeah. He's a bloody genius. Not. All right. So where were we? Child labor? Right. So we're thinking, is there a way to somehow share the money that comes from the mines with the people who are actually mining it? But then you have to get rid of all the guys holding guns to their heads.
Yep.
Right? So you need a stable government that could then help.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you need a stable government to like own this land. What my brain needs to 1 second. Sorry.
You've got enough energy to type out my brain is broken.
Yes. Okay. So what I'm saying is the way you need the Congos to actually have like a stable government that actually owns the land, or if other companies from other countries own the land and have people working on it, there needs to be like rules and laws to prevent like kids working on it, and to make sure at least everyone gets at least minimum wage, maybe even more considering the worth of all that stuff.
I mean, what's interesting is that is something that could work in numerous places, but the problem is who decides what the stable government is?
Who decides, pardon?
The stable government.
The stable, like...
So would it be so the Congolese would be, if that's the right way of saying it? I don't know if that is.
Okay, 1 second.
Would they be the ones who decide that?
What?
Or the next question is, would you stop buying any of your technology because of what's happening to make it?
We could do that, but that's easier said than done.
At least it'd make you think twice about buying it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's easier said than done.
Hang on, come on. Let's go with Cosmo for a second here. So when you say, that's a really interesting point though, Cosmo, because if there was something like on the box that said, hey, just so you know, there's materials here that was mined in the Congo, if that's
Congolese.
In the what do we call it? The DRC?
That's what the people of Congo are called.
The Congolese.
Yeah.
But like that would make you think about it, right?
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one, Cosmo. I think that's a great idea. Where just like you'd have to force companies to at least acknowledge where their source of stuff's coming from. Especially someone like Apple, who goes on about how important it is that they look after our privacy and all this kind of stuff. And we're paying extra for these phones anyways. I like the idea of paying extra and getting a phone that I don't have to feel guilty about. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's harder to boycott the thing that literally like runs like our world right now.
Sorry, what do you mean? What's running the world right now?
Well, I mean, like technology is a big part of our world right now, and Apple is a big company,
right.
And Apple probably owns some other companies that maybe we buy from. So like, it's just like boycotting something like bananas because kids are working in banana plantations is easier because you don't live off only bananas. You can easily not buy banana, and even then you can easily not buy bananas from those places and boycott those bananas and still buy bananas that are picked that are ethically picked, right?
But wouldn't that show people or like wouldn't that get the businesses to start doing things in an ethical way? Like say like, okay, I'll buy your bananas, and they're gonna, if they cost a penny more, then I'll get them, but they cost a penny more each because I know that they're not being, there aren't kids being attacked by tarantulas as they try to pick bananas and things.
Exactly. So if you buy bananas that cost a bit more, but still like taste like bananas and they're ethically sourced, then there you go. If you boycott certain bananas,
have a banana.
Exactly.
You have a ninja banana.
Ninja bananas. Yeah, so
Legendary.
the only bananas you would buy would be ninja bananas because they're the ones that have been actually harvested by
Correctamundo.
ninjas instead of by small children.
Exactly.
So fair trade.
What I'm saying is, it's easy to It's not easy, but it's easier to boycott bananas because they're not like a main part of our life.
But if we were to ban like if we were to say like, okay, the iPhones that were, let's say like everyone just didn't buy the new iPhone 12 until they released where all of the various different materials came from.
Well, we could do that.
No one would do that.
That's the problem. Is like, how do you get everyone to do that? Because Lord Chunky's not going to do it.
I won't.
Right. I say that because Lord Chunky is he's got a new phone. That's why. But and I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Like I'm not going to go without a phone because of this. But I can't find, by the looks of that list.
Sorry, I'm lost. What are we talking about?
Oh, sorry, dude. So we're talking about the fact that so many companies that we use, they're like Apple and Samsung and all these different phone companies, Huawei. All these companies are using
child thing.
Child labor. Yeah.
Child labor.
Child labor, and also just incredibly unsafe conditions for the people to be working in. And originally, so like the Congo was originally like the place for diamonds. That's where they got all their diamonds from. And then of course the same problem where governments would come in. They would say, we demand certain numbers of diamonds from every member of the Congo, and if you don't do that, we're going to chop off your hands. Like that's literally what they did. So
see, here's the thing with the world. We have
tell us how it is, Noodles.
We have a slightly messed up world. Like there's just a few tiny little problems with like everything.
Yeah, messed up. It's been
just
like
just
that
tiny
since
ones.
we
Yeah,
were all born.
Very, very small.
So
and we can't change that. I'm sorry.
You don't think we could change it? Baz, you don't think we could change it?
I gave up the day I was born. I don't think we can do nothing about it. It's ruined.
I mean, you can change it. Dude, you're the one who's like doing projects on nanodocs and things. He's got these little nano doctors that run around.
But I'm just saying that like our world, I'm pretty sure it's over. Like, I'm pretty sure even if we do every single thing in the world to try to help it, it's done.
So wait a sec. So you don't think? Well, okay. Forget the fact that we're probably destroying the planet. Yes, but wouldn't it be better than to be destroying asteroids instead? Like, what if we were mining asteroids? Wouldn't that be a better thing to be doing?
Yeah, I agree on I think we can totally save a lot.
Mining is revolutionary. It could save our world. But
you know what, Vaz, don't be too pessimistic, please. Just some.
Please, a little optimism.
What's pessimism? Oh, that means you don't like have any hope.
Yeah, basically it means you always look at the.
I don't have any.
It means you're like your father, basically.
Yeah, I'm just like that.
There you go.
I'm just another McKay. I don't know what I could say.
So wait a sec. Now people are now saying that there's an asteroid going to hit us anyways, which I keep hearing every month or so. I hear we're going to be hit by asteroids, and it never actually happens. So here, wait a sec. There's one that's coming to hit us on November the 2nd. Hey, Google Noodles, you want to look that one up?
I'm looking.
Like Earth destroying. It's 350 kilometers, and it will miss, and it will what? And it will what? For sure hit either this century or the next. Oh, wow, really? Well, but by then we'll have figured out how to mine it on the way. As it comes towards us, we mine it, and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller as we pull out all the cool stuff. And then by the time it hits us, it's like a grain of sand. It does nothing.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Or sell it to Elon Musk, and then he can do whatever he wants with it.
Oh.
Yeah, just give it to Elon Musk.
Yeah, in fact, maybe just tell him there's a good deal on it. If he can,
That's fine.
If he can tow it away.
Check out this new asteroid. He'll use it as a new car.
Guys.
He needs a parking spot for that Tesla.
No, they're right. There is an asteroid hitting Earth, but it's approximately 6.5 feet.
6.5 feet. That should burn up in the atmosphere.
When it hits the surface? Or
no, like it's.
Oh, so then there's no meteor hitting the Earth.
Oh, no.
It will just melt before they can get there.
Well, wait a second. Meteors hit the Earth all the time. It's just if they're not big, as long as they're not too big, right?
That means it's not a meteor.
Well, no, there's still.
I'm pretty sure that's the. Isn't a meteor just like a big and then asteroids are small meteors?
I think they're asteroids until they hit the Earth, and that's when they become meteors, right?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Meteors are the little things that come down and try to destroy you.
They aim for you. You got to run around trying to
Yeah,
avoid
you gotta
them.
run.
Yeah,
if there's like an asteroid fall, oh my gosh.
So meteors are once they hit the
They're
atmosphere,
like
they become
homing
meteors.
asteroids.
Right. Yes. So it looks like we're probably okay for a bit on that one. But, and as I say, if we can figure out how to mine them, then we mine them to nothing before they even hit the planet, right?
Yeah.
That would be cool. So in a way, I feel like, okay, so the technology side of stuff is basically, it's a combination.
Technology.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry. In my opinion, technology, if you want to be me an optimistic, technology is the only way we can save this world.
Yeah, I agree. I think
Give
technology...
it to robots. It's the only way we can save it.
So if we could... Well, I think we talked about this slightly before, where I was saying, like, if you could just have robots doing all the crappy jobs, and then use
How about robots just doing all the jobs?
Well, that's... I mean, but then, again...
It would be so good for lawyers, like stuff.
Oh, Apophis. Let me search this.
Uh-oh, she's
Oh,
still looking for that
I just said an opinion. Lawyers.
Right.
It'd be so much better for lawyers.
So everyone would become lawyers?
I mean, like robots. Like, it would be so good for robot lawyers. Not lawyers. What's it called? Like the big dude, he hits the hammer and then he's like, "You shall not pass."
Judge.
What's that called?
Judge?
Judge.
Yeah.
Come on,
You
judges.
shall not pass.
Such...
I think that's a combination
That's
of like...
Gandalf.
That's Gandalf. I was gonna say, that's Gandalf the Great. Oh, you know, that famous judge, Gandalf the Great.
Yeah, bro. Do you guys not know that?
Obviously not.
People these days.
All right, so the judge... So you think... Why would it be so good for judges?
Because then it can't be one-sided.
Why not?
It's programmed...
Because they're
Actually,
robots?
no, I take that back. I completely take that back.
You know there really is a robot lawyer? Did you know that?
Oh, there's robot lawyers? That's
Yeah,
so
because-
sick.
Well, a big part...
You don't even have to pay them. They're just there to help you.
A
That'd
big
be so
part
cool.
of law... A big part of law is reading over massive amounts of documents. And, of course, what's really good at reading
Right.
and processing...
CNN just said, "Don't count Doomsday Asteroid." Apparently, Apophis. Oh my god.
Use your words, Noodles. What do you got?
Apparently, there. No,
Sound
I
like a
think
kindergarten teacher.
Hell's right that there might be. It's
Oh,
suspected. Apophis 370 meters can be expected to impact Earth once in about 80,000 years.
Oh, wow. So we think we're due for that? I don't plan on living 80,000 years. I mean, I'd like to, but, you know, it'd be kind of cool
But
to see
I
a
mean,
meteor.
like once.
Life would be
that
so
could mean-
boring.
That could mean in 20 years.
Wouldn't
that could
you
mean
get
It would
all
just be
you
boring.
want?
You watch all your the people you love and all your relatives die over and over again.
Well, why can't they?
Yeah.
Why can't they live forever too? Why does it just have to be you?
Wait, are you talking about immortality?
Yes.
I hate it. I don't like the idea of it.
I like.
You're meant to die. You're born to die.
No.
Just die.
I like
That
to
is
think.
the-
I think death is
Just
just something
die.
that can be solved.
I need a break.
How-
I'm gonna just.
Sorry.
Google Noodles
Okay,
is just gonna.
Baz,
Google Noodles is just gonna cry into her after school.
I've muted.
after school
take
Baz
Oreos.
for myself just for a few seconds.
Too much joy.
No, I mean, I think it's
Says
interesting
the
though.
dude in the pink onesie.
There's definitely a different perspective on life and death. Where it used to be like it's like the one thing you know is everyone's gonna die. But now science and biotech and biohacking and all that kind of stuff is beginning to make you wonder if maybe is this just something that maybe we could solve? Like if we could figure out how to stop
You could
cells,
solve death.
why
Yeah,
not?
you could.
But
You
why
could
not?
solve death. Maybe. I don't know. Optimism. I mean, yeah, optimism.
So,
Quantum
Baz, so you're
physics.
optimistic about technology.
Big words.
You're
I like
optimistic
big
about
words.
technology, but not about the future.
Humans? No.
Ah, okay, interesting.
They're the reason we're in this
really-
place. Why
I'm
should
really
they help us get
interested
out?
Well, someone has to invent all these technologies.
Deep sea, you know, just
What was that,
not
Noodles?
whatever. Yeah.
Noodles, you sound like a crazy old cat lady. You're like talking to yourself, and
I'm saying, okay, Baz, I can hear you again. But I'm just saying, why don't we talk about something besides like
besides solving
stuff
death,
that when my brain's melting because of school, we could talk about the deep sea. That's really interesting.
we're almost
Yes.
there. We're almost at the deep sea.
Oh, did you know in the deep sea they found plastic caused by humans?
Yeah,
That's
you
why
want to
we
hear more depressing.
Wow, what a surprise.
But isn't that
Wow.
wild? So
Who
wait a second.
would've
So this
thought?
guy, no, Baz is right. Baz is right. This guy went down the deepest that humans have ever been in a submarine. Like the deepest they have ever been. And what's the first thing he saw?
Plastic.
Candy wrapper. Candy wrapper and a plastic bag. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
So, which I think is, look, I think it's neat that humans could go that deep and all. I'm much more interested in robots that can go deeper. Because then once you get enough robots, they can run around picking up all the plastic bags and the plastic wrappers, and then
Robots
maybe
will solve the world.
and then maybe every plastic wrapper that has a company name on it, you give it back to the
I
company.
don't know why humans think they can solve all the world's problems when we are the one who caused the problems.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, Eli,
You mean Cosmo?
you're awesome.
As soon as
Cosmo.
as soon as we find a way to fix one problem, we're just gonna end up creating another problem.
That's true.
But that doesn't mean we should give up, though, right?
Why don't we?
But if you give up, but literally, if you give up, what happens?
Wait, I know.
Yeah.
We never give up. Never give up.
And it's much more fun to be trying to do things than it is to just go like, oh well, I'm just gonna eat another bag of Pringles or box of Pringles.
True.
Tube of Pringles.
Except I like Pringles, so I take that.
Let me
I
just
don't
eat this tube of Pringles and then put it on a small seal cub and then wrap it in plastic and throw it in the ocean. You know?
Yeah. So that's the part I don't like.
I mean, look, I'm not exactly thrilled with my generation because my generation is responsible for creating things like, like the Facebooks and the Googles and all this kind of stuff, which I think have been done amazing things. But I think that we've definitely focused on success without a sort of sustainability standpoint, right? Like the Elon Musks of the world, that kind of stuff. The people who are basically focused on. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't speak for him, but generally the idea is like, let's make as much money as we can.
And the people that made Twitter could. Sorry.
Yeah, go Bess. Go for it.
I'm just saying that the people that made Twitter, I know that like Twitter isn't the best of things, but then again, the people that also made Twitter could also be the one that code the robots.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So the tools that we have that we've used to do bad things, perhaps we can also use to do good things. I mean,
what I wonder sometimes?
What was that?
I wonder sometimes why can't we just get along, and why does everyone just have a lust for power? And why is money some people's only objective in life? And
well, that's
great.
Is the world broken?
But that's interesting, though.
It's too broken to even think.
All right,
it's
but then
melted.
Then stop thinking.
Welcome to middle school.
Welcome to middle school, exactly. Welcome to the melted brains of middle school. All right, well, let me answer that for a second because I've got an interesting one for you, which is not in the show notes. But I talked to a guy. I went to a virtual artificial intelligence and big data conference thing, which I like to do every year that I can, and it was virtual this year because of COVID. And one of the first keynotes that I saw, or maybe it was the second day, I can't remember. It was like one of the first speeches that I saw was by this amazing guy who was talking about how we have to start considering technology. And then I took this and said, well, it's not just technology. And he's got this thing, he calls it the 3 Ps. It's people, planet, profit. So you still got to make money because that's the only way that these businesses work. But why not figure out how we can quantify? How do you put a number on how many lives you saved, or how many people you educated, or how many people were fed or clothed or given healthcare? Like we should start putting numbers on the things that make for a good life, not just for what makes money. Right?
Yep.
Wouldn't that address a lot of the stuff that we've got here?
Yep.
If you go, okay, there's a thing called...
Yes, but some people without money feel devalued and feel like everyone else.
What do you mean? What's the problem?
I'm not saying that... Okay, I'm not saying that I'm one of those people that are like, oh,
5.
money's the world. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound like that. But I have to say that some people feel like without money... I feel like, in my opinion, for what I see from people, is that people would think that, without money, people think, how do I say this? Not like they're normal,
Hold that thought for a second. Let's just check in
people
with Lord
that
Chunky
work hard
because he has to go
don't
5.
get enough. Sorry.
All right, I'm going to come back to you in a second, Ironham. I just want to check in with Lord Chunky for see if he's got any thoughts on this before he has to go.
Thoughts on what exactly?
Well, just thoughts on a different approach to the businesses. What if we did take a different... What if it wasn't just about making money with the business?
I don't know. The thing is, I feel like there should be some sort of alliance between businesses that, they're all trying to undercut each other's prices by even if it's just $5 or $10 when $5 or $10 per device could actually pay the children that are mining
Hey
this
guy
stuff
who's
for them.
sharing a stupid game.
Like, if all companies were to add $10 to the prices, it wouldn't matter. Versus
Right.
if one company were to do it, it would bring them at a big disadvantage.
So in other words, if
Stupid
Apple ups the price of their phones, all the other ones
Actually,
lower
no
them.
one cares the price of an Apple phone.
I know,
Screw
they
it.
seem to buy
Apple
them
can just do
anyways,
whatever
don't
the hell
they?
they want.
Yeah, they
If
seem
they were
to.
to up the price of their phone, like say, oh, it helps this, it would just sell more.
That's a good point. As long as they do it, as long as they actually do it. I mean, you don't want to be paying extra and then have it not happen. But that's interesting. Okay, so in other words, part of the problem then is that everyone's trying to get the prices down as cheap as possible, and it's cheaper to not look after people than it is to look after them. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
That's I mean, that's a really interesting point for sure. Don't let us, if you need to go at 5, don't let me make you late.
No, it's fine.
But yeah, that's interesting. So in other words, if there was a way, so you would, how do you do that? Do you force people to how do you force people to charge the same amount of money? Like, how do you stop someone from like selling a really cheap phone that does everything that Apple does, but it's just not?
I feel like they should tax that kind of stuff. Like,
Huh.
if something's done unethically and they're not paid very well, they can just tax them for that. It'll end up just being, to some certain extent, that like if they just pay it properly, it'll be a similar price to what they would do if they just got the taxes.
So there's like a tariff. There's like a quality of life tariff. So like if you're buying your phone from Congolese mines, with horrible conditions, then you're going to get taxed. Then that big chunk of tax goes for like aid and support to Congo. That's a really smart idea. It's hard to enforce, but at the same time, and people would hate it. But at the same time, if eventually solves, that's a neat way of solving the problem, though. What do you think? So you'd have to have our government. So we could bug our government to make those changes and say we don't want anything being sold in our country that is hurting other people unless it has a massive tax on it that can be used to help support the efforts and the life and the education and the healthcare or whatever of the people who it is affecting. Does that make sense?
Because if someone has like $1,000 to buy a phone, what is $10 more to them?
Right. No, I agree.
Like,
no, it's a really interesting point, and that's that $10. Given the number of phones, I mean, how many numbers? Google Noodles. How many iPhones were sold like last year?
Yeah, true. I agree with that. Lord Chunky.
I think Lord Chunky may have solved the world's problems right there. But some people hate the government taking that kind of control, right?
I'm gonna guess like 50 million.
And you'd have to have millions.
Okay, who wants to guess how many iPhones were sold?
All right, Chunky guessed
100 million. I think.
Yeah, 100 million.
I'll go
more, maybe more,
I'll
probably
go with
more.
60 million.
I'd go
2 billion.
2 billion.
No, that's almost the entire world No, it's not. Is that almost? Yeah, it's almost the entire world population.
Commander Cosmo, what do you think? How many phones do you think were sold?
That many?
Wow, that's a lot. Oh my god.
It's more than the entire population.
We're at 7 billion. God. There's 7 billion people on the planet. Is that right, Crooker?
I just want to say that
there's it's more than that.
You guys, why are you guys overshooting so much? It's still a lot. It's 48 million iPhones.
Sorry, 48 million?
40
last year in 2019. Okay.
40.8 million phones. Wow.
That's big.
Well, but think about the amount of, so you add $10 to each one of those.
What? Oh my god.
And I'll bet you they could buy their cobalt from somewhere else, or they could at least build a village and a school and a
yes.
And a hospital.
2018.
They do a lot of things with $1 trillion.
217.72 million iPhones.
What was that?
Well, that's, I think,
you may need to get a little closer to your mic, Noodles.
2018, it was 217.72 million.
Wow.
Like, that's how many they sold in total since 2018, like up till that point.
But
So
that's
that'd be
a
over
really
like the last
like you
8
wouldn't
years.
even have
No,
to add
really?
$10. You could add $1, and that would make a difference, right?
Yes.
Like even if you just
This
added
could-
$1, that's what $40.8 million.
Yes.
Bathroom. I'll be right back.
Can I just say something? I've just achieved something.
What have you achieved?
Yeah,
Sky
what's
Minute
up?
Hustle?
I have gold support in Overwatch.
That's amazing.
Gold.
We're
Nice.
just solving the world's problems.
Less people are stuck in bronze, but I'm still stuck in bronze for every other thing.
Has Overwatch 2 come out yet? Oh, wait a second. What are we talking about? No, we're talking games. Games are on Wednesday. We'll talk games Wednesday. Because I'm looking forward to Overwatch 2. You're paying $500
Oh yeah,
per
they released a
phone.
date for it.
They did?
Did they?
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Save that news. We'll talk about it on Wednesday.
Baz. They did.
Baz is
Sorry.
all over
Fair.
it, like right away.
I guess I'm very excited for this game, Bandits, let me say.
All right. So is there anybody in the chat or anybody in the Bandits who sees? I mean, I'd be curious to know what problems you see coming up with that. Everyone's saying like everyone has to think the same way, if that makes sense. But still, $1 a phone, like $1 a phone, and you've got $40 million. As long as it's not would be on the material to make the phone, not on the phone itself. Well, no, Steve, I was saying we put it on the phone.
But think of that. That's like $1,000 a phone, though.
$1,000 a phone? What?
Yeah, that's like the average price for a phone. It's like
Right.
$1,000.
So maybe for every $100 you spend on a phone, you pay X amount of tax on, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of just there being a flat phone tax that keeps it from.
Watch out for 6OE.
I like the idea of it sort of being a flat tax in a way that you pay when you get a phone, and instead of it going to these carrier charges and all this kind of stuff that the phone companies add onto this stuff. What if you just put it towards $40 million in aid for environmental? Yeah, I mean exactly. Like James Gurney says, $40 million in terms of aid and environmental safeguarding is next to nothing. But it's something, James, and it's every year, right? And it's not just on phones, right? It's on phones, it's on batteries, it's on cars, it's on laptops, it's on computers, it's on monitors. Like you could have, I mean, I don't want to tax the crap out of everybody, but the reality is if you're spending hundreds of dollars on technology, then $1 here, $1 there is not going to make a difference. And then you get the robots coming in, and then it puts the cost of it down, right? Like once you get robots doing this stuff, and you build that infrastructure, you could be making this stuff for cheaper. Oh my God, we're going to become the political bandits, let alone tech bandits.
Joe Biden 2020.
There you go. That means the companies would have to acknowledge that it is an actual issue and would be made responsible. I don't think they'll do that. They could in another way, I guess. Well, this is the thing, Crooker. You wouldn't be asking the companies to do that. You could have a group that would do due diligence on it, like Amnesty International or something. And then
I gotta go now.
All right, you go, buddy. Look, thanks for that idea. That's a great idea, Lord Chunky. Really good.
Thank you.
All right, later, bud.
Have fun on your
Talk
phone.
soon. So Bill Gates said that they should tax robots, which I thought was a great idea. Like for every robot that existed that took up a human's job, you would tax them like an income tax on the robot. Like the robot, as if the robot was making money, because it's making money for the company. You would pay a chunk like what you would pay if there was actually a person involved.
Yeah. You should have to pay for like the robots.
Yeah, exactly, which I just thought was kind of neat. All right. I think we've beaten this to death for the time being. What about deep sea robots? I liked the idea of this because not only were they exploring our oceans, they were exploring our oceans for they were exploring our oceans so that they could then go on and explore oceans on like other planets, which I just thought was kind of cool.
Baz, you want to play Overwatch after this?
I have Among
When he's
Us
not doing his
with my friends at 6, and I'm playing League of Legends right now, so I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Well, look, there is a
Oh,
link.
I should stream that.
You should stream. You haven't streamed for ages. And you got your new channel to stream. Right? So
I'm Iron Ham.
I am Iron Ham. I am Iron Ham. Is someone got I bet you Cal's already got a little thing for it. Is it like I am or something? Did it work? Damn it. No, I didn't work.
I'm.
Oh, it was SO. What? Why is it SO? What, Cal, what is that command?
So I'm Iron Ham.
What is SO?
It's like send invite or something. It basically means like, how do I say this?
How do you make it? How can you dumb it down for your dad?
Exactly what I'm thinking. Like
So
literally
just I am
exactly.
Iron Ham like that? Oh, that's neat. Check out I am Iron Ham. There you go. So that's Baz's new gaming channel. So if you want to go and like do that. Although I got to say, look at this. So Steve says, hello, Wales, or Reese. So Steve says the iPhone 11 Pro Max is $490. That's US. That's probably like $1,000 Canadian. And $14.49 retail, 66.15% profit. Holy
Why do
crap.
they make the name so long?
I know.
Like one day it's just gonna be iPhone 52 Pro Max Junior version.
Yeah, with like
3.
76 cameras.
So,
The
yeah,
third.
that's true. It's
The
gonna
whole
look like-
back of the phone is just like
the whole
50
back.
cameras.
There's just nothing
And it's gonna
else.
be like it's gonna be.
No, I
like
take
you're
it
gonna
back.
have to
Not even the
walk
whole
like you have
back,
a
just the
peg
whole
leg. It's
phone.
gonna be that big.
And
in
there's
your pants.
infinite Wi-Fi. There's a Wi-Fi router taped onto the back.
Yeah.
And like a fly eye. Like, you know, those fly eyes have like a million different lenses on it? It'll have like just this bulbous fly-like eye on the back. It's all the cameras. Wi-Fi 6. Yeah, there you go. Or G50 instead of G6 or G5, whatever it is. G3, no, what are we on? G3, what are we on? G5? What's the new networking one? This is G5, isn't it? Jed Ted, thank you very much. Have you seen the movie where a guy makes a suit with all the cameras on the outside, rendering him invisible? I have seen that, and it's really freaking cool. 5G, that's the word I'm going for. All right, so I've shared the deep sea robots. Noodles, you still with us? Oh, she's muted. That's why we can't hear her. All right. The other one that the other one I thought was kind of cool was, how about this robot? Have you seen this like the Dolphin robot? I'm sharing it right now.
Oh, I saw this Dolphin robot.
It's pretty freaking cool, and I kind of liked where they were going with it because. I don't know about you, but I've been to Marineland and it kind of freaks me out now. Like, Baz, remember we went there, we came back, and we're like, that just feels totally wrong.
I never went to Marineland.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I didn't.
You did. When you were a kid, we took you, then we came back and we felt guilty because it seemed so wrong. Like, Jane remembered it as this beautiful place that she loved when she was, like, younger. And then we went there and I was like, I'm very uncomfortable with this. Like, it all seemed wrong. But what they've done is they've created...
Everybody's using alcohol.
They've created a fake dolphin. So basically you can swim with the dolphins without like bothering the dolphins. Even the evil dolphins.
The evil dolphins?
I mean, even
Or
then,
just mistreated dolphins.
maybe you could be, or mistreated dolphins. Well, but again, so they're saying that, look,
Now that's just evil people.
if
the
they
dolphins.
get this right, this guy was saying like, look, if they get this right, you make this dolphin that looks real. If we can then make other things that look real, what's to stop us from like swimming with like a plesiosaur? Or like we can.
Oh my God! Jurassic Marineland.
Exactly, except they're all robots. What could go wrong there?
Isn't that what
Terminator.
Jurassic World is?
Well, Jurassic World is like
No, Jurassic World is like real
Oh, no,
robots.
It's the real Jurassic Park one. It's just full of robots.
exactly. It's full of robots that go crazy and kill people instead. But I just think it would be
Sounds like
just
my
imagine.
cup of tea.
Like imagine these giant like we've got like I've got like a you'd have to make a bigger version obviously, or you could just sell these as babies. But I can do this without breaking anything, But like we've got robotic brontosauruses. Why not?
I love how I just hear you in the background, just
Why
like
not
as you're
just-
slowly moving away.
Why not make giant versions of these, or like whales or killer whales or any of that kind of stuff? So instead of having these poor animals trapped in a freaking swimming pool. You can have these really cool robots, and they're safe. So you can actually have them swimming with people. You can actually swim with a robot killer whale or even a giant whale or whatever. Yeah, they'd be expensive, but it's a lot more expensive than just going out of business, which most of these places are going now, right?
I'm gonna go now.
All right,
Okay.
you go, and I'll get you the info. You can check out the editing.
Okay.
All right, see you, Giraffe. Thanks for joining us. What time is it?
Bye.
Oh, it's already 5. Okay, it's 5:15. All right, dinosaurs are freaking cool. Exactly, dinosaurs are freaking cool. And if you can build, like robotic versions of them and robotic versions of you could have animals that have gone extinct. We build a robot of them, right? So it'd be like experiencing it all over again. And then eventually we figure out how to like biohack them and create new ones. And that's when we get into the
Then
truth.
again, I feel like that would be good, but then I see like an action movie where like some people are like not like they like hack into the dolphins and then they're like dolphins that eat people.
That's the evil dolphins that Noodle the raccoon's always going on about. Or Google Noodles, as I now call her. You're still muted, by the way, Noodles. I don't know why. See, Stargate girl Sophie wants a baby dinosaur like I've got, but mine's robotic, you see? Yeah, animatronic parks like that in Australia.
What's that baby dinosaur?
Hey, Spinnabreaker, what parks are there in Australia that do that? Because I like the sound of that. Universal has some so-so animatronic dinosaurs and they use partials in the movies. Yeah, exactly. But this is it. We'll just get better and better and better at it. And then one of the other links I have in the show notes for today is, they're already using them in theme parks. They've got these, they've got the stuntronics or whatever they call them, right? You see these things where they have like robots that look like humans, or they'll get dressed up as humans eventually, but right now they're just sort of like they're prototypes, and they will do these crazy stunts that humans could actually get hurt doing, right? There's one in Queensland that you drive. What is it? You drive through in your car, and they're just in paddocks and things, and you drive past them. That's kind of cool, though. Have you seen the Disney World animatronics that look super real? Boon Boys, I've just sent a link to the Spider-Man stunt.
Animatronics?
Yeah, animatronics. Just like Five Nights at Freddy's, right? What could go wrong, Baz, right?
Yeah,
oh my God, someone should do a
know.
Five Nights at Freddy's theme park. And then the robots go crazy and stalk you.
Wow, sounds like my dream.
Dude, that would be awesome. Could you imagine that? But as an escape room? You do like a Five Nights at Freddy's escape room with robotic animatronics. Oh man, I want to do that. Scare the crap out of small kids, right? We get Commander Cosmo to invite all of his friends, and they freak out because only Commander Cosmo knows that it's Five Nights at Freddy's. Everyone else thinks it's just like a fun place to go. All right.
You realize that my only friends are tech nerds too?
Oh really?
Yeah.
So they'd be wise.
Same here.
Already.
I'm sorry.
All right.
That you have no.
So I would be the only person who was scared then by it, basically. As someone that works in an automated escape room, we have enough tech issues without adding robots to the mix. Oh, really, Ruby K? How much automation is involved in your escape room, Ruby K? It's kind of cool to work in an escape room, though, isn't it? If you watch Star Trek, you would know he's Lieutenant Commander, but called out Commander sometimes. He would be Captain of the Enterprise, but now if it hadn't exploded on what the heck? How did we get onto this? Our rooms are entirely run by Raspberry Pis. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
What's
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's neat.
Hello?
What's up, Commander? What's up, Noodles?
I just came back.
Oh, where were you?
Bathroom.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're back. We're now talking about
And
robots. We're now talking.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about. You saw the dolphin?
I saw the dolphin.
So the fake
So
dolphin, and
cute.
we were saying the guy who invented it, or was partially responsible for inventing it, was saying that he sees like all of these marine parks going out of business because no one wants to watch, captive giant animals in tiny pools anymore. Because we suddenly realized that maybe that's not a good thing for the animals, or a good thing to support. And then, so they thought, why not go animatronic with it? Like you can swim with these fake dolphins. And then we started talking about evil dolphins again. Because what if it's an evil robot dolphin? And then,
Okay, that's even better.
isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And then he says, and I thought this was kind of cool, why not swim with dinosaurs too? So you could have like
Exactly.
mosasauruses and what were the other ones? Mosasaurus. There's a couple of
Beeposaurus.
yeah. Oh, the one with the long
Watersaurus.
with the nose. Was that like the long nosy one? The whatever it's called.
Ichthyosaurus?
Oh, ichthyosaurus. Is that what it is?
Well, that's a dolphin.
You
That's
could-
like a prehistoric dolphin.
Yeah, with giant freaking teeth, I imagine.
No.
Technically, there's no swimming with
No,
dinosaurs.
no. It's just like a friendly prehistoric dolphin.
Oh, I see. All right, right. It's friendly.
Yeah, it's friendly.
How do you know it's friendly?
In Ark, it's friendly, and I don't know why Ark would be wrong, huh?
Oh yeah.
Dad?
Yeah. Nothing ever goes wrong in art.
In my video games,
Nothing
there's
ever
also
goes wrong.
dragons. There's also dragons. Did you know that there's dragons?
Well, that's it. So you could swim with
Dragons.
dragons. You could have dragons. You could have water
Dragons.
dragons. You could have.
Could I fly with dragons again?
You could fly with dragons.
Oh my god, I get to fly. I'm in love.
Get to
Um,
fly with dragons.
The idea being is you can once the robots get good enough, it's going to be just
The
like
wagons.
it's like being there. It's going to like really be like you really will have dragons and stuff, right? They're all reptiles, close relatives, but not dinosaurs. Yeah, I was sort of using dinosaurs in a non-technical term, Spinnerbreaker. You are thinking plesiosaurs, mosasaurus, ichthyosaurus, and other cool ancient reptiles. Yes, or a robot shark.
We could create the Mark. Mark could be real.
Exactly. We can. Oh my God, a robot Mark. Exactly.
Okay, how much extra money do you have?
Well, what does it cost? What did it
Don't
cost to
ask
make
someone
that
that,
thing?
Elma.
No, but I mean like
Did
to
you
put
say how
towards
much
a
money
dinosaur.
did you have?
No, I
Yeah.
asked how much extra money do you have, and then I got cut off to put towards a dinosaur. To put
Oh,
towards.
and then I
Mark.
got cut off.
Well, you could start building it. I mean,
Yeah.
this is the thing. Like, it's just a robot covered in like a fake skin, right? If you
True,
planned
true,
it
true.
right, anyone could make one of these. It's just a matter of like time and energy. I don't think it even has to be that expensive, really, does it? You could use like there's lots of little motors and things. It would be, I guess, making it waterproof would probably be difficult.
People
there you
are
go.
saying animatronic.
They're
like,
$5 million each right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you guys got $5 million?
Yeah, I do.
perfect.
In no, not in Fortnite. I have it in my bank account. Wink, wink.
That's a good
Yeah.
point, Watcher. You could make a small one with a 3D printer and put like little robots in it. Then you could have like, that's true. You could start with small ones and move from there. In fact, you know what? Who doesn't want a small dinosaur? I'd rather have a small dinosaur. Where's anyone going to
You
put a
have
big dinosaur?
small dinosaur.
What are you going to do? I do. It's true. I could have a whole fleet of dinosaurs. Oh, speaking of fleet, that's something else that was in there, wasn't it? So I started looking at other, like one of my favorite companies for robotics is a company called Festo. And they do all sorts of like nature inspired robotics. And one of the ones that they did was ants, right? Robotic ants.
Oh yeah.
Which I thought was kind of neat. And of course, the thing about ants is that they work together. Like, so they're very good at, they work in teams. And that is something else that they've done with these robots that they've created, is come up with like a way of networking all of these ants together so they all work together to achieve various different things. Right? Stargate theme park. There you go. Exactly. They get some robots in there. You
can get like robot Wraith. That would be so sick.
Actually, that would be cool. I mean, God, it would be fun to play with robots, wouldn't it? Like literally build your own sister location dolls out of like Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff. I mean, eventually, I think once you get to the point where these things are real enough that you can't tell the difference, then it is like having them there, isn't it? I mean, it could be kind of cool. Of course, everyone's worried about replicators. Yeah, maybe we'll avoid the replicators for a bit. Yeah, real velociraptors, so small, turkey size. Exactly. Like you can't have I can't do a full size brontosaurus, but maybe a dog size one would be fun.
Yeah, well, Ruby K, I have a question about your comic for a velociraptor named Malcolm. I need to know more about this.
What is this?
Yeah.
You got a comic book about a raptor? What?
How big are velociraptors?
Let's look them up. That's
Medium.
a Google Noodles question. Ruby K's been well, you got it now. You got to do it. Now you've told us about it, Ruby K. Now you got to actually draw it.
Oh.
Yeah, now you gotta actually draw it.
They're 1 meter tall, but 2 meters long, says Spinnerbreaker. Is there anything Spinnerbreaker doesn't know? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, they're like
The size of
2.8
chickens.
feet long, 1.6 meters
What's
tall.
the size of a chicken?
That is a big
The
chicken.
average size of a chicken.
That is a big chicken, Boon Boys. Basically, they are the size of a Forus in arc. Dilophosaurus.
1 second, I got this.
Right. A
The
veggie-
Dilophosaurus, they're that size in real life?
medium
No
beast.
way.
Maybe like a rooster, scaled. So there's the chat's going on, and I'm losing the thread. Literally, in the thread, I've lost it. Now I want to build my own life-size robot. It'll probably kill me though. But that's exactly it, Stargate. Stargate Girl Sophie. This is the idea. The Dilos are actually larger than the raptors in Ark. Oh wow.
Oh my god, that's actually so insane.
But now I want to if you could figure out, so you could look at the skeletons of dinosaurs and then just figure out how to put a skin on them, right?
Yeah.
And then if you get the right colors, like it would literally look like a okay, I want to do that. I want to build it. Oh, Ruby K's got a Wikipedia for a raptor.
Okay, but I'm playing Overwatch with someone who basically sounds identical to you.
Oh, that won't be confusing at all.
Oh, wait, no, Gabe's not even here anymore.
So 2 meters long and about as tall as just over my knee, basically. 2 meters wide or long, yeah.
I have a conspiracy theory.
Oh boy.
What if Moira is technically just a walking, talking, living water cooling system?
Thanks, guys. I have to go.
What? Where are you going?
Bye.
I'm playing Among Us with a bunch of my school friends.
Really?
It's
And
6
there's no
now?
homework that I have to
No.
worry about.
Is it already 6?
It's
No.
not 6. We're just playing early.
All right, okay. But are you going to listen anyways, or you know you can't because you're using?
I'll listen.
All right, okay, all right.
Love you guys. Thank you.
All
Bye.
right, cheers. He's
we
so
have
not
a
paying
game
attention because
master.
there's no way he would have said "love you guys." All right.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, the what is it? The Gundam? Gundam?
Oh, we should. I'm just saying we should play Among Us like as tech.
We're gonna do that at some point.
I've said that so many times.
That's like a Game Bandits thing we should do, for sure.
Yeah, we could do
Um,
that like Wednesday too if we really wanted.
Do you want to try to do it on Wednesday?
Sure.
I'd be down.
I'd play from my iPad. I'll just buy
Will you be able to play with us if you play on the iPad?
Yeah, it's cross-platform.
I can play it on my Mac.
Yeah.
Nice. Cal would be so.
Oh,
happy.
disgusting. Never say that word, David.
I know. Cal gets very upset. All right, the last
I'd
thing.
buy it. I'd buy it on the computer. I can easily buy it on the computer, but I mean, like, I like the controls better on the iPad.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't get used to it. It feels like operating something with frozen fingers.
Well, but like with the computer, I wish you could use arrow keys.
You probably could. Well, you just change the key binding, right? So you can actually change your. I mean, virtually everything is adjustable on a PC, right? So you could.
Don't you like
You could
use
change
your
it so
mouse
that
to
you're.
tap and click?
Yeah.
Don't you
You could
click
basically
with your
change it to
mouse
anything you
wheel?
want. I mean, I don't know about.
Oh.
I don't know about on that game, but you know. All right, the last video I'm going to share, because I just thought it was so cool, is what they can do with multiple. In this case, fly. I mean, they can do it with any kind of drones, but specifically in this case, these flying drones, which they organize en masse. So basically, they can light these things up, and they can create signs and images and basically like fireworks that don't actually
one
burn or
second.
consume anything other than battery power, which, as we know, is
Ruby
dug out of
K.
the ground by small children. But
Ruby K, very important question. Do
What?
these dinosaurs have feathers? And do dinosaurs have feathers now? Is that a thing?
they think that they might, right? Isn't that the idea that they think that feathers were a
My
part of this
name
stuff?
is Gnublin Gnilf.
That is a great name. That's a fantastic name.
That is a great name.
That's fantastic. That's my terrible Scottish accent, by the way. Do you think it matters that the gummy bears are making my build plate greasy?
No.
No.
Okay. I
It's
guess I can always
science.
clean it off, I guess.
Yeah.
This is so the new one that I've got. Remember the old one had like this plate and then it would just print onto it? This one is magnetic and it snaps onto it, and then when you finish your build, you snap it off, and then it's easier to pull off whatever you've printed. So I'm kind of looking forward to playing with that. I'm getting pretty close with it. I mean, I'm guessing I'm like maybe halfway through, something like that. So I'm hoping to be able to show that off very soon. Very soon indeed. Wait, those gummy bears look huge. I know, it's just because they're really close to you, Burley. All right. Have you guys seen, what have we seen? Have we seen the T-Rex art where it's as feathered as a songbird? It makes me happy. Is it real, though? I think velociraptors were found to be feathered, right? Well, they're saying basically that, chickens running around are today's dinosaurs, right? Ruby K is going to post it. Oh, I can actually, let's say I can preview it.
Oh, that's cute.
How did it? Oh man. Wait, I saw the link for a second, and then it disappeared. Why does that? For a split second, I could actually see the link without having to click on it. Oh, that was it. Oh wow. Yep, it looks like a giant. It looks like a giant sparrow, basically. You seriously want to talk dinos? Spinnerbreaker's like, you want to talk dinos? Let me in the voice chat. Spinnerbreaker is a big dinosaur fan, obviously. You know what, Spinnerbreaker, if you want to get in touch and talk about what we can talk about, then what you've got to.
Yay! I win a game.
Also, Ruby K, since you seriously since you obviously like velociraptors, do you want to know what my Halloween costume is going to be this year?
A velociraptor?
A chicken?
No.
A peacock.
I'm one of the leaders of the clan Velocicopter.
Oh, the Velocicopters. This is the one you made up, right? Isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so we're not actually going to be velociraptors, but basically, this all started one fabled day with my friend in gym class, where he decided to put a twig above his head and spin it around fast and say he was a helicopter. Well,
Right.
I was also running around with my hands really close to my chest, screeching at everyone, which was actually really fun. So then we decided to combine it, and boom, Velocicopter.
So now you are the leader of the Velocicopters.
Yeah, me and my friend Matthew. Actually, there's one more. Well, probably.
Yeah, we will need documentation of this for sure.
Yeah,
now, are you going out?
Documentation of this.
Are you going trick or treating this year?
If I can, I will, and if it's not a good
No,
idea,
we're not going trick or treating.
I got told that we were.
Doug Ford said so.
I heard that they were suggesting we didn't this year.
Well, if that's what's happening, then I'm planning on having friends in my backyard, socially distanced, and maybe making frosting cupcakes, and watching Ghostbusters.
Frosting cupcakes, and then watching Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Yeah, because we in our backyard we have some outdoor heaters, and we can put the TV.
Oh, that's smart. That's very smart. Yeah. Although the funny thing about Halloween here is it's almost always bitterly cold.
Okay. Oh my god.
Like bitterly cold and wet.
Oh, I'm betting this year it's going to be really nice.
I hope so too. I really hope it is. Yeah, because I was wondering, is there some kind of could I put a robotic arm up or something that could deliver candies to people without actually touching them or something? Or
there's such an easier way to.
No, it's a
You know what you could do, Eli, if you're gonna scream nonsense.
Hang on, Commander.
That is not nonsense. This is
I'm saying, oh yeah, Cal drones is a good idea, but I was also saying you could have a hand that puts the candy in a little chute, a little tube that goes down, and you put your bowl underneath it.
Yeah. Some people use a zip line with motors to give out candy. Well, that's good.
Bird feeder with M&Ms.
A little Canada.
No, they should make it rain candy.
It's like instead of a t-shirt cannon, it's like a candy cannon. And when anyone gets too close to the house, it just goes.
I've been sick on every single Halloween.
Really? Well, after from eating all the candy?
In my entire life, I've never had a Halloween that I haven't been sick.
Oh, I like that. A candy trebuchet. That would be really cool.
I just want to say that, if you put I don't think it's the contact, because as long as you quarantine your candy for 3 days, it's just getting close to people that giving you the candy, I think, is the big problem.
Yeah, I think they're worried about there just being so much breathing and people getting too close, and then the candies, and I just think it's one of those it's that risk. You've got more people outside.
My
are you going to wear
masks
over your masks? I mean, how does that even work?
My costume includes a mask that actually works.
Oh, that's smart. That's great.
Yeah, so it's gonna be I'm gonna get a solid mask, a solid white mask, and basically we're gonna make it look sort of like a gas mask.
Watcher's saying that breathing is worse than touching. Yeah, so I guess if you're wandering around, staggering around the streets looking for candies, it's just more people out than you need to. Put the candy under a UV light, just melt it. Although would that melt the chocolate with UV light?
No.
It's true, we could get a.
No, I don't know what.
I have one of those little phone coffins. You know those little phone coffins? You put the phone in and then you close it and it nukes it with UV light. I can put the candies in that. See if that works.
Hey, get down to business.
What? All right.
Actually, the fallen J-17 after the riots on the West Coast and having people go back to school. Yeah, not a big difference, really.
You don't see a huge difference between people going back to school and doing the Halloween thing.
No, that was just a point someone made in the chat.
Mail slot. That's true. You could put stuff out through the mail slot. That's true. We hardly had any. So Maelstrom Dow hardly had any guests, anyways. Had any trick or treaters this year? We have like there's always like a huge amount of them for like half an hour, and then we're done here. Put a little basket under the mail slot. Well, yeah. See, I wondered about putting. I thought you could just put candy out, but then there's always some jerk who comes along and just grabs them all, right?
Yeah.
You know, so
or grabs all the children.
I like who grabs the children. Ruby K made a little hydraulic robotic arm in high school, and that was actually made for scooping candy. Apparently, I love that idea. I just feel like you've got to be far enough away. How do you? I guess you could. Is there a way? I guess I could figure out how to. One of these robots.
I'm a tortoise.
One of these robots could bring candy to people, I suppose.
Oh yeah. Someone said set up a camera to watch the candy, and then you could like
a security cam.
I've got a security camera that I could do that with, actually, and it's even got audio on it, so you could go like, "Hey, kid, get away! I recorded your face. I'm calling the police now."
You stole too much of my precious candy.
That's it. You were out of line, kid. Commander Cosmo, come back here with those candy. Fly a drone, drop the candy. Yeah, that'd be great. Could you imagine?
I'll hopefully I have a curse, but hopefully I don't get corona. I just get like a really bad fever.
Right.
Because I've been sick every single Halloween. It sucks.
Well, so you got it. Well, this year you can't get it because everyone's like so far away from each other that no one's catching anything, right?
I guess maybe frosting cupcakes, but but at school at least, apparently next week it's Monday, Crazy Hat Day, Tuesday, I think it's Crazy Mask Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Wednesday
is Crazy Mask Day.
I like the idea of Crazy Mask Day.
No. Tuesday's Pajama Day. Wednesday's Crazy Mask Day. Thursday's Halloween Color Day, and Friday's Halloween Costume Day.
I'm trying to figure out where I would put this thing if I was.
GG, bro.
Yes, very productive, Commander Cosmo. Very interesting information.
Yes, I produce.
I produce, direct, and write my own material.
Yes.
Amazon finally got the green light on drones, which will be interesting to see the tech comes out. Yeah, the thing about Offset's doing an order for an inflatable dinosaur costume. What's your waist size and how much can you hold your breath? I got in trouble because I used Baz's inflatable dinosaur costume for a little science thing that I did with the Steam Sisters, and I ripped it. Because my ass was too big my ass is bigger than a T-Rex apparently. It actually split the costume when I bent over. So there you go. The gate just cuts off the picture because it's not lit on your side, on our side. No, I know. I would have to put up something to light it. It's nice. I like the reflection from the screen. It's kind of a nice little thing. But here, I think you need to be sort of like there-ish. And have it attached so that it rotates with the camera. But that's something I'll have to figure out. That was always the big issue in New Hampshire as a kid. My folks just got us a few special candy, and easier than layers of clothing under a costume. Yeah, it really depends on the weather, honestly. Was Offsets being toxic?
What?
Oh yeah. Like Cal can possibly take offense at Offset for that. Cal, you've said worse to me. You've hurt me more. True. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just envy it was toxicity that Cal failed to leap upon. That's all. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to bring up while we were here. I've done the asteroid mining. I've done the light show thing. What was the first? There was stuff at the beginning. Oh, there was one other little thing which I thought was kind of cool. So the last time we did this asteroid flyby, I want to share this too. Ooh, yikes! What's that? That's a permalink.
1 second. I have to be right back.
All right, you have to be right back. Here, I'm going to post this. All right, check this out. So this is... Does that even work? I don't know if this will work for you or not. Let's have a look. Open in a new window. Open a new tab. There you go. I can have a look. Okay. Did it work?
Cam back.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh.
What?
So I just shared a link, which is how they got material from another asteroid before this.
Wait, what are they doing? Is that a bunch of asteroids?
No, that is an asteroid. That is an asteroid that's being hit by, I think, either a giant piece of copper or some kind of a. I think it's like a giant, like it's some kind of a projectile. And basically, what they did was they went, they were. I think they landed on the asteroid or something, or they got close to the asteroid. Let me see if I can find the link for it. And they basically exploded part of the surface. Here you go. You'll be able to see this here. Let me copy this link. And what they did was by kicking up all that dust and dirt, they got to grab some of it so that they can bring it back and analyze it. And that is, I believe it was a Japanese probe. It was the Hayabusa 2. And what they're doing is, there you go. It was a tantalum bullet. Oh, it's in a simulation. Was that really a simulation? JAXA fired a tantalum bullet at a rocky surface to analyze how the debris would scatter. Oh, I see. That's not actually from the planet. That's actually the test. I didn't realize that. And then they did it. Is that right? So yeah, so they landed, kicked up dust, grabbed the dust, and then basically took off again, and they'll bring that stuff back for us to look at. I wonder when it gets back to Earth. So the asteroid will return, well, the new one, the one that we're doing right now, the one that we're doing on Tuesday, that'll be back to Earth on 2023. That's when we'll be able to have a look at that data. And then it's currently the only nation to have retrieved samples from an asteroid. Oh, wow. So they've already got them. In 2010, did they get them back? Two chances to keep more. Oh, so maybe, was that the one that's going to come back by 2020? Huh. So it looks like that data, so that sample they should be able to retrieve that data in 2020. That'd be kind of cool. It's actually a 3-chambered space gun. Ooh. It's got 3, oh wow, it's got 3 of those tantalum bullets. Oh, that's pretty cool. And then it returns to Earth in 2020. So yeah, so we should be hearing about this soon then, I would think. But once we know what is on the surface, we'll be able to figure a lot more about like where it came from, how long it's been around for. That's going to be pretty neat.
Yeah.
Like we're not actually exploding anything this time, but I still think it's going to be kind of cool scooping this stuff up.
Yeah.
All right, where are we at here? Watcher is testing. Tweety Row is homemade donuts sound. Yeah, what? How did we get onto homemade donuts? I want homemade donuts.
Yeah, you're not multitasking and reading the chat as you're doing this?
No, I'm too busy. I was too busy reading about that asteroid. For some reason I missed that article. I read all of the other articles, and for some reason I missed that one. So I don't know exactly what happened. So they've simulated the process and crossed their fingers it all would go well. The hardest thing is finding the right place to do this, apparently. Like the biggest issue they're having with the new one was trying to find out where to land the spaceship, like where to actually do this like touch and go, where they basically literally just touch the surface and then come back up again. And they try to find the best place for it. They thought it was going to be like a sandy surface. And they get there and it's like, oh crap, there's rocks everywhere. So it's much rockier than they thought. And so they spun around. They orbited this thing for a few times. They mapped out what was on there, picked a spot, and then they program the satellite to figure out, to basically work on what it can see. So it comes in and it takes all the photos that it's taken, and either I can't remember, I don't know whether it's worked it out or whether, I guess I'm assuming that we work it out and send it the commands. But basically we take those photos and turn it into a series of instructions for them to because obviously we wouldn't have time to affect the movement from where we are. We're too far away. So this system, the satellite, has to figure out itself how to land in the right place, how not to knock anything over or fall over or hit any mountains or and all the things that could possibly go wrong in the process. So that is not a real asteroid in space. No, it's the first image I sent you, the animation that I sent, was actually a simulation that they did here on Earth. Yeah, it was named. Said the asteroid was close to the equator. It was named after a dragon's palace, popular in Japanese folktales. Huh, I didn't know that. Before the final touchdown, interesting. Wow. Okay, that's cool. I didn't realize that they had Brian May, who's actually the guitarist for Queen, is also a not just a rock legend, but also an astronomer, apparently. So apparently he was there for this Japanese satellite thing. That's kind of cool, man. I guess if I had all the money of someone in a rock band like that, I would totally get into astronomy, because you can do all sorts of cool stuff that most people couldn't afford to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Asteroid dust back December 6, 2020. Thank you, Watcher. Australia will retrieve it and send it to Japan. Oh, fantastic. So it's going to land back in Australia, and then you'll, I guess, FedEx it back. I wonder what the cost of shipping something... Boy, the shipping cost must be huge. Asteroid intercepts are fun. I had to calculate one for my second book, Minerva 3. Astronauts stuck in space trying to get back to Earth in a broken rocket that was meant to go to Mars but ended up missing and continuing out to the outer solar system. Holy wow. Spinnerbreaker, is this a book that we can read? Wait a sec. So the Queen guitarist is an astrophysicist? He's like a real-life McKay. Wow. B. May earned a PhD in astrophysics from Imperial College London in 2007. He dropped back in the day because of Queen tours. Oh, wow.
I gotta go, guys.
Oh, all right, Commander. Have fun, buddy.
See ya.
See you Wednesday. Spinnerbreaker's still writing it. Okay, very good. Look forward to the ending of that. That's so interesting. So he went back to school because he had to drop out because he was playing with Queen. That's a really... Man, they should have had that in the damn Queen films. That'd have been interesting. What's up, David Alpenfoen? Just lots of science, my friend. Lots of science. Wolf Pup says the FBI noticed that Spino. What? In the Google Drive link I posted in the Discord, I put a free copy of my first book. Oh, thank you, Spinnerbreaker. Thank you very much. McKay had multiple degrees. Astrophysics and engineering, thank you very much. All right, we got. I posted a doodle of Malcolm in the Ironham Discord chat. Very good.
Where though?
Said he would take it. How he said he would take it. No idea.
Where?
No idea what's happening with Wolf Pup. What's that? Discord art channel.
Art.
So if you look, if you look under the server, there should be an art section. One called art. Oh, is that on the TechBandits one? Oh, it is. Okay, yeah. So we've been doing.
Ruby, you're really good at drawing.
Talent follows us wherever we go. Where's the art channel? Where is the art? Why can't I see the art channel? Oh, I see, because it's in the Ironham one. All right, gotcha. That'll do it. Oh, wow. Spinnerbreaker has all of these little dinos. Do you see those? They're pretty cool. Can I share this link? Copy link. Can I copy the link? Will that work if I post it in here? If I post the link? See what happens. See if this works. If I right click on that, will I be able to see it?
Oh, someone asked, so gaming's on Tuesday.
Yes, Game Bandits is Wednesday, actually. Game Bandits is Wednesday after school. Tuesday is
and
when
I guess we're playing.
Tuesday I just do my chitty chats. My regular just.
So I guess that means we'll play Among Us on Game Bandits then,
and then we'll try doing that on Game Bandits. That'd be fun. Ooh, little digital painting I did using Photoshop CS6. Oh, that's cool. It's like looks very 3D somehow.
The one question with what's it called?
The one question with
my brain's not working. Why can't I think?
Tired. It does it.
Yes.
Fatigue always works. Sorry. So the one question about what? About drawing. About
the one thing with Among Us, playing Among Us is like just the whole, Sorry, 1 second.
Like, how do you stream that without giving everything away? Like, if I'm streaming and I'm an imposter, then everyone's gonna know, right?
I can't watch the stream. You'd have to mute yourself on Discord.
I see.
You just I can't watch the stream.
Ah, but then what's to stop like evil people like Ironham from watching the stream and cheating, or Commander Cosmo? What's to stop them from cheating? Well, I guess you'd know pretty quickly, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Try turning your brain off and on again, says Burley.
Yeah. Okay. 1 second. Just.
Those Lego dinosaurs are the older ones I have. 30-ish now.
Yeah, honor system, exactly.
Exactly.
The thing is,
there's no honor among bandits.
That what I would miss is just talking to the chat. That's what I like about these streams.
Well, but you talk to the chat in the game, right? Oh, this chat. I guess you could pop out the chat. Pop out. Do like a
no, but then that would give spoilers too.
Potentially, as long as people are smart.
Because I swear someone would say, "David, you missed your electrical task," or "David, go murder Baz."
Right. Yes, it is. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so we would have to. So we'd have to. So I would stream my portion, what I saw.
Yeah.
And I would, and then and people would hear whatever conversations I had within my. Was that right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't have anything for if I was just make a one-time Twitch channel to stream.
A one-time Twitch channel? Why only a one-time?
Because right now at least, because I don't have anything for it, and also I don't.
Oh, we should get Lord Chunky to order parts, by the way.
Yeah, we should.
We should get Lord Chunky to order parts for your computer, because it occurs to me it might take a while for the parts to come anyways.
Also Ruby K, and it's okay. You and Cal don't have to worry about deleting spoiler comments. I don't have to watch the stream. That's fine.
Oh my God, are you kidding? Cal's fast, but she's not that fast. Ruby K, you might be able to handle it, but Cal, she's half asleep most of the time, right? If you dual screen, you could just stream one screen and have chat on the other.
Yeah, no, but the problem with that is spoiler thing. So no, it's fine. But and I was saying I would totally set up
You should. Well, actually, it'd be kind of fun to have.
Playing with us. Cal would probably be playing us.
Oh, that's true. So Cal's probably going to be.
Well, and Ruby K, you can play with us too. If she
I'll be busy snapping David's what neck in Among Us. Anyways, yeah, good point, Cal. That's right, because I could see you being. Oh my God, that would be just way too tempting for her. She would be like an imposter, even if she wasn't. Even if she's not an imposter, she'll probably be killing me.
Yeah, it's not David because I saw Baz murder Lord Chunky, but you'll vote him off. He's annoying.
All right. Well, what I could do is I could not look at. We could all not look at chat. That's a possibility, and then we'll take a break between each game, and then we could just sort of address things in chat, and then come back.
Yeah, we could also I was gonna say I could set up a Twitch channel for just this purpose, but I don't. Like I said again, I don't have a mic. I don't have a computer for that. Well, actually, I wouldn't.
Oh yeah, how would you? Well, no, if you could, as long as you can Discord with a. I don't know how that works. It's a good point. We may have to do a test.
Yeah, I need a mic, right?
We have to test. Yeah, mic. Yeah, potentially. You've got there's a laptop around though, isn't there?
I'm using a laptop mic right now.
Right. So that's all you need. As long as you can hear As long as you
Yeah,
can
the
hear.
problem is what does like I don't know how to stream.
How does Among Us work with the chat? Is it its own separate chat? Has it got its own voice
Well,
chat thing, or do
yeah,
you
as
use
far
Discord?
no, but I think no, but well, how people play Among Us on streams usually is what they do is they mute themselves while they're playing the round, and then during discussions they unmute.
Right. But wait a second. How does that work though? So, but I wouldn't mute myself while we're playing, but you would mute yourselves.
No, you would mute yourself on the Discord.
Oh, there is no voice chat. They use Discord for that. Ah, so there's an integration with.
That's why I would need it. I would need a mic to get
Mute the
sound
Discord, leave the stream live. Interesting. All right.
I would have to mute. I would need a mic because I can't get stuff through Discord.
Oh, nothing's integrated? You have to figure this all out yourself? Oh my god. Sounds like a nightmare. All right, I'm gonna have to try a game with Baz and see how it works. Because I've seen people stream it, but I just haven't.
You haven't played it?
I haven't played it. No. Who's got time? I got 3D printers to build. Come on.
No, but I mean, like if you maybe if you had an old mic, I could. Do you think I could possibly? I don't think I could attach it to a laptop. Maybe I could.
It's just if a USB one you could.
Yeah.
I may have another mic somewhere. I might. Let me look. Let me see.
This is the most random idea. Setting off.
Although the reality is, you've got a mic. What are you using for a mic now?
Just the thing on the laptop.
Yeah. Well, that's working so far. I don't think you need
just how do I record that audio and put it on a stream? What would I like?
Well, you just use OBS. That's that's the open broadcasting stuff. You may want to hold off on setting that up because it might be easier once you've got an actual PC. But it's that OBS would run on your laptop and would basically record everything you're doing. Like you would record the window, you could record the sound. So it's that. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're using Discord voice, I didn't realize you used Discord voice for it. I thought it was I thought it was somehow integrated with the game. I didn't realize that people were sort of. I didn't realize that when it said group meeting that everyone unmutes and talks to each other. I didn't realize it was as sort of like low tech as that. I thought it was all part of the game. But as James Gurney said earlier, I'm amazed that they haven't come up with a better way to stream it because it's so popular for streaming. Because it's basically like murder mystery game. It's like
David,
yeah.
My dad has headphones with a mic on it. Do you think that would probably work?
Yeah, it could work. I mean, either way, it's as I say, it doesn't. I mean, I can hear you fine now. You can hear us. So as long as you can do that, that's all it's needed. But yeah, if you want to try headphones, for sure.
Yeah, and also, David, you do realize Among Us was created in 2018.
I know it's an older game. I didn't realize that when Baz started playing it. But again, it just takes one YouTuber, right?
Who was it? Do you know how? 1 second.
Was there something before? I know that they originally the guys who did Among Us, I believe, are the ones. Aren't they the ones who did the little Stickman ones? I think it was like a stick. I think it was. Didn't they do Stickman? I thought that was something we.
They did that.
Yeah, which Baz used to love, and I used to I get a few giggles out of myself because I just thought it was kind of a cute game. But yeah, it was a good. I was quite happy to see them doing so well because I think Stickman did pretty well too, surprisingly well for what it was. And then Red Dead Redemption, exactly, James Gurney. Then we go straight from Among Us to Red Dead Redemption. Yeah. To be fair, in terms of PC games and indie games, 2 years is a little old. 2 years is old in any kind. In internet time, 2 years is freaking ancient, right? Which would make me in internet years like basically Jurassic. 2 years is an eternity in the video game industry. That's so true, Jethead. It really is. I heard RDR. I'm here. Cal's back for Red Dead Redemption. I'm not sure Red Dead Redemption is exactly what we'll be playing with the kids. Well, maybe not. I mean, but maybe, Yeah, well, I mean, it's maybe once Google Noodles has her computer, we can do that.
Yeah.
Have you do anything about Red Dead Redemption, Noodles?
Nope.
It's basically a western, but it's like a historically somewhat accurate western.
Huh.
In that it's violent and horrible and
What? You don't want to play a murder cowboys on Family?
yeah, it's like murderous cowboys and like racist Ku Klux Klan members and all sorts of stuff. So it's
That's not fun.
it's right. It's Grand Theft Auto, but in the Old West. You're basically it's Grand Theft Stagecoach.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, if I found a way to take stuff from the laptop, take my voice from the laptop and put it into just a program, I could probably do that.
Yeah, OBS does all the streaming for you. A rootin',
Yeah.
tootin', shootin', says James Gurney. Ark's 5 years old. Yeah, at least, isn't it? I mean, God, we've been playing Ark
and
for
also
years.
for Among Us, where I suggest watching, Game Theory.
Yes.
I suggest watching their video on Among Us.
He has a theory on Among Us.
He says the game is very bigly based on The Thing. I think it's called
The Thing.
the.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah.
Really? All right, I gotta watch this. All right, I'm gonna take this link. I've copied this link. I'm sending it into the Twitch.
Oh, you already have it. I was gonna look it up and get it. For you.
Noodles, Google Noodles. I'm learning from the master. Your Googling abilities have inspired me. I will hammer all of you, Cal says. So Cal's taken on the world. It's a theory right up your alley, David. Oh, very good. Okay, I've been watching Felicia Day and Gildies play Among Us. So funny, says Jed Ted. Felicia Day's fantastic. Felicia. I met her I didn't even meet her. I saw her briefly at one of the conventions, and I was too much of a fanboy to actually say anything. I was too embarrassed. I was also talking to the wonderful Wookiee who just passed. The guy, oh my God, whose name is escaping me because I too have a post.
He played Chewbacca.
Yeah. Everyone knows him. Anyone who did conventions knows him. Lovely, lovely man. Yeah, Peter Mayhew. Peter Mayhew.
Peter Mayhew.
Yeah. No, David Prowse was the original Darth Vader. Who I also have an autograph of. But yeah, I talked to Peter Mayhew for a while there, and I just was so taken with him. And then I think Felicia came in to the green room, whatever they were calling it, at Dragon Con, and I was like, but I didn't get the nerve to say anything. But Peter Mayhew was just, I gotta say, it was just like that was like a lifelong sort of like dream come true for me too. It's like I'm talking to Chewbacca. And then I tweet with the other Chewbacca now, the new Chewbacca. I tweet. Yeah, David Prowse is Darth Vader, exactly. All right.
Crazy that there's certain people that you say you're too nervous to talk to, yet you know all these famous actors.
Oh, look at this! Unlike what was that about? I missed that, Noodles.
Like you've met a lot of pretty big actors, and yet you're nervous to talk to like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same as everybody else, right? I mean, I get just as nervous as everyone about these things. And also sometimes it's just weird to sort of like if you're not in the right mood. I find if you don't have the right thing to say, it's kind of hard to broach that subject. Hi, I'm an actor too. Like, how do you go about doing that, right?
I guess.
People always say like, I never know what to say to, some people will say like, oh, I didn't say hi because I was nervous or whatever. And I'm always like, oh, go on, just come up and say hi. It's fine. I don't mind. But of course I'm guilty of doing exactly the same thing as I talk myself into getting too shy to say hi. So too shy to hi. All right. You don't want to say something stupid. Well, it doesn't. Does it really matter? I mean, God, I've said all I do is say stupid things. That's the whole point of it. Parasocial interactions aren't so strange. Interesting. James, by the way, James, I cannot thank James Gurney enough for the little RPG Dungeons Roll 20 tutorial that I got before, like, or training wheel version of the game that I got before we did Sunday's Big Adventure, which I'll talk about tomorrow. But Wyvern Gaming, who do the Stargate RPG, sort of set up this thing along with Dial the Gate, David Reed over there, and we played a whole game, and it was just amazing. And I just felt so much better because James Gurney walked me through the process first. And I gotta say, James, like, I mean, you give the best gate masters a run for their money. I gotta say, because I mean, the woman who handled it, and again, I'll talk about all this tomorrow. But the woman who handled it yesterday was fantastic. But dude, the one that we did together was amazing for me because you thought it through in such a way. Like James had thought it through in such a way that he got me using a few of the mechanics as we went along. Anyways, this is boring. I'll talk about it all tomorrow. But basically, Noodles, if you have any interest in playing Dungeons and Dragons, James and I are now definitely, well, I'm now definitely hooked because you can play it all online. And it even rolls the dice for you and does all the math for you. It's amazing. It's kind of a fun game. Do you know anything about Dungeons and Dragons?
Not much, but I've heard it's fun.
Have you watched Stranger Things?
No.
When you watch Stranger Things, which you probably shouldn't because it's terrifying, there's been like a big resurgence in Dungeons and Dragons because it's about back in the 80s or whatever it was when people like kids like me were in fact playing Dungeons and Dragons. I loved all the math side of it. I thought that geeky side of it, the spreadsheet side of it was very exciting to me. But this is very convenient, though I miss rolling the dice. I think I said that to James as well. So, all right, yeah. It's 6:05. I've got dinners to build.
Yeah, I need homework I got to do.
Oh man, see, your homework is homework. My homework is dinner. There you go. Okay. That's my grown-up homework. Noodles. Google Noodles. Everyone. Yes, thank you very much. You want to say your farewells?
Yeah, sure. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It was great to see everyone. Or read
everyone's words go by.
Thoughts. How long have we been doing this for now?
How long, like in general or today?
No, I mean like in general.
I mean, we're probably like since we started doing the streams.
Yeah, since we started.
We're probably in our 11th week now, something like that.
Oh, and then you started doing TechBandits about when Baz was in grade 4, right?
4 years ago, yeah. Yeah, I've been doing it for 4 years now.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah. And I've been doing it for 3 years then.
So yeah, so I started. So you would have done, yeah. We started it at the school. Like started by going to the school, and I was at the school for the first like 3 years, and then this year because of the strike, the teacher's strike, I started doing some of it at home, and then we went to Zoom. So, but it was like private Zooms, and which were fun. But I don't know about you, but I much prefer this one, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Because I love being able to talk to the chat as well. Like there's all sorts of extra information that you get from the chat, and yeah, it just sort of like it comes alive in a way that the Zoom chat. The Zoom chat was a bit like being in class, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas this does not feel like class at all. In fact, it feels suitably unclassy.
Except we got to see weird plant pots in Zoom chats.
Well, there's that. That's true. Oh yeah, we did. That's right. Oh yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
That was funny. That was right. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember what the story behind it was, but it was like some artsy, erotic art or whatever it was that was in the background of someone. One of the kids was basically broadcasting from his kitchen, and there was a fairly, I mean, as my grandparents would say, there was some rude art behind him that everyone was giggling about whenever he showed up on the screen. So, but we don't have to worry about that here because now it's just me. So unless the robots do anything rude, we should be okay.
Yay!
Okay. Did you see I put one of the robots in the Stargate back there?
We do. You can say your goodbye.
All right, I'm going to say my goodbyes. Noodles, thank you very much. Get some sleep. One day we'll go back to the mornings when we're all awake more.
Yeah.
Right, and then we can also bring in more of the Europeans who aren't up till ungodly hours watching this. So, all right, everybody. Is Iron Ham streaming? If he's twitching,
I will be streaming.
Well, get on there because I'll raid you. Oh, thank you so much. Are you going on?
I'll see if I can. I'll see if my friends can.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, do it quickly because we're just wrapping up. There you go. Thank you, James. Good point. So now what homework do you have, Noodles?
Just some map drawing.
Some map?
Yeah.
Oh, map's good. I can't believe my son just brought me popcorn. How great is that? Everyone should have a son like that. I think it's because
Okay, go. Say your whole goodbye thing that I should have memorized by now, but I don't. Really.
I'm gonna wait because if Baz comes live, I'll raid him. Right? It'll be fun.
Doesn't he have doesn't he stream on the same channel?
No, he decided. Oh. Get this. So he decided that because he's now 13, he's allowed his own channel. So he wanted to set up his own channel. But I was like, I didn't want to kick him off this one. Here's the problem though. I can't change the name. Every time I try to change the name, it claims that the name's taken, which it isn't. Whatever one, because I've tried a whole bunch of them. Or it says that I've tried, my password's been put in too many times wrong. So, did we lose a heart emote? We did? Did we? How did we lose a heart emote? Oh, well, Noodle the Raccoon's back with it. Looks fun. Cal, maybe you lost your heart. Maybe that's possible. Maybe like the Grinch, your heart became
Wait,
so
small.
what's
Baz's channel name then?
It is I Am Iron Ham. Oh, no stream. Aw, that's no fun. All right. Well, then I guess, what should we do? I guess we'll just wrap it up then. You're right. All right, Iron Ham, no worries. You don't feel the need to stream. We got, I don't know any of these people. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say thank you, everybody. I am Iron Ham. There is no A. What? I know. It's I'm Iron Ham. I am Iron Ham. Yeah, there is no A. It's I'm. All right, everybody. So, what? It's I am Iron. What? Oh my God. Thank you, Cal. Very good. Digraphin says, bye, everybody. David, enjoy your meal. My meal of popcorn. All right, Noodles, thank you very much. Everybody else, I will see you tomorrow for a chitty chat. Is Barnacle streaming? No. Is he? Well, let's go raid. Let's go raid Barnacles then. Let's totally do that. Yeah. We're going to raid Barnacles then. Raid.
Well, until we geek again.
Until we geek again, but I'm going to do that in a second. Wait a second. Barnacles. Barnacule. Will that do it? If I put the /raid, is that going to do it? I think that's it. Let's see if this works. All right. So just in case, I should. Oh no, I didn't thank everybody. It's true. I am going to right now thank everybody. First off, our mods, our fantastic mods, Ruby K and Cal, for keeping me on track. The always amazing Google Noodles, and DStat for being sponsorship level Patreon. All of our Patreons for being Patreons because it's awesome. And you made things like this Adobe Creative Cloud subscription that I'm going to get for the kids, that I've got for the kids at this point. So that's kind of excited about that. Everyone who's donated, everyone who is a subscriber here, thank you. You are helping me out in my TechBandits adventures. And, of course, everyone who's done donations on the TechBandits.com. I very much appreciate it. So thank you all very, very much. I will see you tomorrow for a proper chitty chat when I can address all of your Stargate questions. Or probably none of them, or just pontificate for hours on end. And so until we geek again, I shall say cheerio.
Until we geek again,
and huzzah! And now I hit this raid thing, and we'll see if this actually works. See if this works. Okay. If I do this. Is that it? 1 viewer, 22 viewers, 30 viewers, 38 viewers, 46 viewers, 50 viewers, 52 viewers, 54. Here we go. 55. We're going to raid now, correct? We raid. Cheerio!
Let's see if it's working.
Mm-hmm. Look up that. There you go. I can't hear him, though. Woo. All right, Noodles. I shall talk to you later. All right, we'll talk Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
All right, have fun. Good luck with your homework.
Bye.
Bye.